Fuck you, Dante.
I figured you might want to talk about this one anyway, because I haven't had time to watch Ironheart.
It was fine.
Actually, I can't say that because I've taken time to watch most of the Sandman second season because I know I wanted to watch that. I've been waiting for that.
It's a matter of want, Phil. Yeah. It's a matter of want. Like, we just watched the Disney Plus stuff because it kind of fits into our schedule. We sit down, it's 30 minutes. Well, Ironheart was actually like 45-minute episodes. I'm like, oh.
And it was 6 episodes, right?
Yes.
Did you, just out of curiosity, did you watch The Sandman on Netflix or no?
I have. Sarah's into it. I'm not really.
It's pretty good, but.
She enjoys it. But Phil, we're recording.
Here we are again.
What's up, folks? It's Dante and it's Phil. So we did the Thunderbolts episode because I was thinking about this shit the other day. I was like, I haven't talked to Phil in forever. I was like, well, we did the Thunderbolts episode, so I guess I did talk to him, this year. But in my mind, I was like, I haven't talked to Phil since last year.
No,
in May.
Wait, we did something else prior to that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We did like a horror episode.
Yeah,
too.
we did. Yeah. I mean, we did the December episode going into January. Talk about remakes versus originals.
Yeah,
we did a couple. Phil, relax. Like we've done episodes. Chill, son. So you're technically scheduled to do the It episode for September. And I was like, I don't think we're going to be able to do that. So I'm going to have to reschedule that and put another movie in that place because that's a lot on me because I
forgot we were going to do that.
So did I.
So we were comparing like the 90s version to the
2017. We weren't going to do chapter 2, just the first. But I dropped the ball because I need to be reaching out to people like a month in advance. And I looked at this, I was like, oh, shit. So I'm going to have to put
I'm
something.
glad I would have never remembered.
I didn't either because I forgot where I put things on the schedule.
I remember you said something about the Halloween episode, and I know you said you wanted to do The Fly.
So
and that's about all I remembered.
Halloween is priority.
Yeah. The Fly, you were going to fit that in anyway.
The Fly
that was like an extra.
Supposed to be December.
Okay.
So that's an official episode in December. But we'll get to these things. I think I'm going to put Carrie in there. I don't like the remake. But
with
Julianne Moore.
And, dude, that movie got a lit hate. And Julianne Moore was great, and Chloe Grace Moretz is great too.
I love both of them, but the movie just felt, and you know what it was? It's that teenage angst of the early 2000s, but it's not the early 2000s.
No, we made it in like 2010, right?
Yeah, it was like 13 or something.
Oh, really?
So it was like, we're beyond that.
She did that after she did the remake of Let Me In, right?
Yeah. She was a kid with that one.
Yeah.
She was like a little kid.
Yeah, she was supposed to. But I mean, she's always cast pretty young. She's got
because she's been working since she was really young.
Yeah, but I know, that was after Kick-Ass. Both of those were after Kick-Ass, right?
Well,
not before Kick-Ass 2, but
Carrie was 2013.
But the first Kick-Ass was like 2009 or something, right? Or something?
Now, Phil, I got to fact check.
Sorry.
Now, like, Phil, I didn't bring you on for me to have to fact check tonight. Okay. Like, look, if you're gonna do this kind of shit, you're not welcome back. Like, that's just like I'm already upset. I'm already upset, Phil. And we're not even fucking 3 minutes in. Like, well, actually, we are. If I keep all the other shit in, we are 3 minutes in. We're like,
I mean, we've been talking for over an hour now.
Because
I've been here over an hour. We've just been talking.
Oh, yeah. So, oh, my God. I'm going to be honest. I was bullshitting when I said 2013 for Carrie. I was guessing it was 2013. Dude, I'm the smartest person ever. Kick-Ass was 2010.
Okay, I was out by a year.
And then Kick-Ass 2 was 2013 as well. So that probably was right before Carrie.
Okay, but Let Me In was in between the Kick-Asses, I think.
Let Me In was 2010.
Oh, same year?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So I feel like that was before Kick-Ass, or at least released before Kick-Ass.
Because she was very young in that, and she was very young in the first Kick-Ass.
Correct, yes.
Okay.
And let's not forget Amityville. Relax, Phil. Relax.
Was she in Amityville?
Yeah, she was the little girl.
Oh, the Ryan Reynolds anime?
She was the daughter.
Oh, see, I didn't even dawn on me because everybody, I was too busy looking at Ryan Reynolds smoking hot body.
Who wasn't, Sean? Who wasn't? Let's make some fucking noise. Jesus Christ.
I went to that movie, to that Amityville remake on a date, and it's only because the lady. She's totally jonesing for Ryan Reynolds. It's like, I can't compete with him. I'm a regular person.
Like, I'm going to be honest. I don't even know who the fuck was in that movie other than him.
Yeah, I didn't even realize.
Him and his abs.
I didn't even realize Chloe Grace Moretz was in that.
I mean, who's the redhead chick, the babysitter? Rachel something. But like she became a star of some sort. I know I saw her in other stuff. She was Scarlet in G.I. Joe. I know that. So.
Oh yeah.
But but you know, like you had a decent cast. But I mean, Ryan Reynolds without a shirt. Everyone's like, who the fuck else was in this movie?
And it was interesting to see him turn evil in that.
Yes,
because I think he did a pretty good job actually. Because prior to that, I'd only known him from comedy.
Yeah, everyone.
And then when he was casted that, I was like, that's a record scratch.
I am kind of disappointed, and I might have mentioned this in the Amityville episode, that I wish Josh Brolin would have played it since his dad.
Oh,
the original George Lutz. That would have just made me so much happier. I liked the movie regardless, but if it was Josh Brolin playing the James Brolin, role as George Lutz,
that would have been interesting. Yeah,
it would have been great, but we can't have everything we want, Phil.
Yeah.
Which is why
just look at Marvel Legends.
We're here to talk about Fantastic Four and my Marvel Legends collection. Oh, I didn't show you. I got a Spider-Man Noir over there. I had a guest.
Oh shit, that's a good one.
Had a guest on, and we met through just happenstance.
Okay.
On Facebook Marketplace, I was scrolling one day. He said he needed some pieces. I was like, I have those. I actually didn't have those. Well, I did, but they are actually on the figures.
Oh, nice.
So I had a box full of heads just on the table. Like, I can't find them. And I was like, oh, they're on
box
the
full of heads. That sounds like a horror movie right there.
Hey, it's fucking 7. That's why I got that.
I know. You got the rescue to get Gwyneth Paltrow's head in a little box for display.
Yeah, or maybe I could work that into Halloween costume this year with Sarah. We'll see. We get creative on Halloween, but yeah. So like, I sent him the pieces. Turns out, as we're talking, he says he did jiu-jitsu. I was like, come on the podcast, and we hit it off. Had a great time, and then he sent me Spider-Man Noir.
Oh, that's badass.
Because I mentioned like my Spider-Man show. I was like, I got pretty much all I want. I couldn't never get Spider-Man Noir, but not a big
cloth
deal.
or sculpted trench coat.
Sculpted.
Nice. That's the way you do it.
I was like, I couldn't, that's the one that I missed. And he sent it a week later. I was like, holy shit, dude.
Wait, did you come with the Rubik's Cube from the movie, from the animated movie?
Okay. No. That's the animated one. It came out.
Oh, that's based on the comic.
Yeah, that's the comic one.
That's the one I like better anyway.
The animated one was a little different, but still pretty similar.
Yeah.
I feel like it was a little sleeker.
I am, as much as I'm surprised that it's going to Amazon, I am excited for that with Nick Cage, him getting his own project.
I want to see it. I'm happy.
Because when that got leaked, I was like, this is fake, right? Everybody was like, is this real or not? I can't tell. Yeah. And then finally it showed him. I was like, oh no, this might be real. And then it gets the official press release. It's like, oh, this is real. This looks fantastic.
I was trying to do anything and everything to like confirm this.
And I was like, I couldn't find confirmation anywhere. And then finally Amazon put it out. And it's like, oh, this is actually coming to Amazon. I was like, wow, that's a stretch that it's going to be here and not Disney.
Yeah. And it was like, whatever.
So that's got to be a rights thing with Sony.
It is. Mm-hmm. So Vincent D'Onofrio had mentioned something too. About the Kingpin rights being tied up with Spider-Man.
Yep. It is.
So he can't be in the movie.
But Charlie Cox can.
Yeah, but but Daredevil was his own thing. Daredevil, when that, I don't remember what studio put out the first Daredevil movie. I want to say
I thought it was Paramount.
I thought it was Fox.
Oh, you know what? I don't remember. But no, I was thinking of when Charlie Cox shows up in No Way Home.
Yes, but the Daredevil itself is a different property than Kingpin.
Yeah. Okay. But Kingpin was tied as a Spider-Man villain rather than a Daredevil villain.
Correct.
Because that's where he originated from.
Yeah. So, but it gets weird because Punisher
originated in Spider-Man.
But he had his own movies. And he was a whole different. He was owned by Universal or Paramount. He was owned by, I believe the rights were Universal initially.
Really? Okay.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. It was Paramount.
Yeah.
And then when that fell off, it went back to Marvel. So it had nothing to do with Sony.
So that reaches back to the 80s when Lundgren was the first version.
Yes.
Okay.
So all of this shit gets really weird. But
that's
D'Onofrio was asked about being in A Brand New Day, and he said, "I can't say anything other than it's a rights issue, and I can't be in it." was like,
oh, that's disappointing, man. Because, dude, did you see the stuff shown yesterday? I mean,
I didn't see anything yet. I saw some stuff the other day, and I was like, okay, I haven't
it's
seen
just the battle van pictures. It's fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, I saw you posted it.
Yeah.
But
And one of it was just a candid shot with Bernthal in front of it, but the other shots were actual, like, on set pieces where, like, Parker in costume is riding on the front of the battle van. It's like, oh, that's going to be so dope.
So
I can't wait for that next year.
There's some stuff I've been seeing lately talking about Spider-Man upcoming with a brand new day. And people are like, it sounds like it's going to be too full of, like, too many things.
No, I don't.
So here's the thing.
It depends on how street level the villains are. They seem to be keeping street level. And then if they have like one overarching big bad, then that's fine. If you have like some henchman villains, which is I think how they're going to handle it.
So I agree. So we heard this about Fantastic Four as well.
Look how they handled it.
Yeah. So just because you see a bunch of names attached doesn't mean that those names are going to be doing big things. They could just be.
You don't know what's going to drop off because when we get into Fantastic Four, there's a major actor that was in the first trailer. In the IMDb list and is no longer there and was not in the final cut of the film.
Recorded and everything, you know, but nope.
And it's debatable as to who he was playing.
Well, I think they said like officially who he was playing.
Not on IMDb, they didn't.
Well, no, I don't know because I went there
because I was checking that every week because I wanted the reveal.
I went there looking for.
It was between Paul Walter Hauser, who everybody assumed was being the Mole Man, even though he was the other guy not listed, and then it was.
Malkovich?
Yeah, Malkovich. And he was never listed who he was playing.
So I stopped relying on IMDb because I was looking up casting stuff for another movie.
Mm-hmm.
And they weren't. So, well, what they were doing is they were putting out the information. It was for a show. It was for Ironheart.
Okay.
They were putting out the information as it went along. So they weren't giving you everything.
Yeah.
They would give you like at least this because the Mephisto stuff was all over Google.
Yeah, it's Sacha Baron Cohen.
And I was like, I don't see anything official on this.
Yeah,
and I'm not taking this.
That was heavy rumor
until the episode hit.
And I think that was because an image got leaked somewhere.
There's no image or anything. I kept hearing the rumors for months prior, and I was like, okay, that sounds silly as fuck. And then when the show dropped, you start hearing more rumors and it started picking up more and more. And then I Googled it and they're like, here's the cast for Ironheart and Sacha Baron Cohen was there. And I was like,
but it didn't list who was playing, right?
Correct. Yeah. But the rumor there was Mephisto. And I was like, who else would he be in this? And why would Mephisto be in this? And da-da-da. But, the hood's in it. So it's like, that's, obviously going to connect. So I go to IMDb, nothing. And I was like,
but he was still listed in the cast, right?
He was listed when it came out.
Yeah. Okay.
After it came out because they were trying to avoid spoiling anything. So
yeah, because for I think a full year, Malkovich was listed.
Yes.
But he and Walter Hauser never was listed on IMDb, but they never had who they were playing.
So I think what that goes with, though,
then when the first trailer came out, Walter Hauser was never shown, but Malkovich was.
Yes.
He showed the one quick face shot.
Yes.
And so rumors started flying then.
Like with the IMDb doing the casting, though, it's like you might get like, okay, these people are going to be in here, whether they know who they're going to play or not, it's debatable, or if they're going to hold on to that information because, like, again with Ironheart, it's like, okay, well, we'll drop this information now because we know that it's out there. Like with Malkovich, since he didn't get actually put in the movie, they're like, well, we don't have to put that info out now because he was never in the movie.
He was just erased. Yeah,
but then they mentioned it in the movie, though. Not Malkovich, but they mentioned the character Red Ghost. And,
well, I still don't know that's who he was definitely playing.
And that's what they're
even though that's what he looked like.
That's what they had been like for months hinting that he was going to be doing. I was like, okay, well, that completely got wiped out. But either way it goes, Phil. Welcome back, man. That was a long intro. Fucking 14-minute long intro, son.
Oh, man, hey, we had an hour-long intro before we even started the recording.
The shit that we talk about before recording, that could have been its own show, but that's one of those shows. It's like, I don't know if I want to put that out there because
that's for the Patreon.
That says some wild shit. Yeah, if y'all trying to pay me $1.99 a month, y'all can get on that joint and hear the shit that me and Phil was saying about your mom. So we are here to talk about Fantastic Four First Steps. So I actually saw it twice.
Okay.
Not because I loved it or anything. I did enjoy it, but the guys at work wanted to see it.
Yeah.
So I was like, well, this is a
Did they like it?
Oh, the one
I'm
that
sure.
just took the one. He loved it.
Was he already a fan, or was he just in for the spectacle?
Phil, there are no Fantastic Four fans. Relax.
I mean,
like I will stand behind that. You know, like, and we'll get into that in a bit because I've got a bone to pick with a lot of humans who like to jump in on bandwagons and say, I've always been a fan. Like, bitch, you don't know no name. Shut up. That's a Flame On boy. Like, bitch, I'd have slapped the shit out of you. So, but all right. So, Fantastic Four first steps. So, first, let me get your thoughts on how'd you feel about it?
I enjoyed it. It was a little bit of what I expected, and then a little bit not. I think the cast did a really good job of capturing the family aspect and the sci-fi aspect, and also the retro feel of it. I was happy that you didn't need to know anything else about the MCU to enjoy this film. I think that was a good decision, and I think it was a good decision to kind of get you jumping in, but also in the video playback at the beginning to give you the backstory without having to spend time on it. It's like, okay, you know the origins of these characters before. You've seen, obviously, different versions of the films, but Fantastic Four has been done multiple times now. We're not going to waste time on that. We're just going to give you a quick flavor of like a comic intro. And what it felt like was the beginning blurb of a Marvel comic when you open it up and you say, oh, these guys were blasted by cosmic rays. They got these wacky powers. They're family, and that's all you need to know.
So I think in recent years, too, comic books in general have been kind of doing a good job at helping out with some of this because they did release the comic, Fantastic Four First Steps. So if you want it, you could go get that, and that would kind of give you a step. And that's not saying everybody who wants to see the movie did that.
No.
But that's available if you really want to do that deep dive. But like
remember in all the older movies, they used to put those out at the theater?
Oh, yeah.
Remember all the X-Men? People were trying to get the X-Men 2000s. Everybody was trying to get all the different, because they were variant covers. That was one of the first few variant cover sets that ever came out.
Of course, make that money now. I was like, oh, people want it.
And that was back before variant covers had held the value they do now. But
Phil, I got some conversations about comics I want to talk to you about as well. I've got Phil, it's been a long time coming. All right, I've got some big emotions about comics because I'm back in it.
Are you back in deep?
Dude,
I'm basically out because I'm forced to be at this point.
I'm in it so deep that I'm at Third Eye multiple times a week.
Well, I mean, you do go there with the people you.
But I'm also buying when I go in there.
Okay, that's a.
It's
dude.
aggressive.
I have quit comics multiple times, and I'm forced into quitting right now. But I can't. I can see myself getting back in it at some point.
So, we'll come back to it. Here, let me write a note on the board. Write on a dry erase board here, so that way I know to come back to it because. I say I'll come back to something, but I don't.
Oh, you and I get sidetracked easily because we've known each other for a long time.
Comic books. All right. Not that I'm going to remember that. I'll be looking directly at it.
It's all right. I'll remember it.
But I do love that they just put you right in there. Mm-hmm. Like, I think one of the things with the MCU, especially now, we're talking about what the MCU in its entirety right now.
Since 2008.
Yeah, so I don't do math, Phil, but we'll probably talk about 17 years. Mm-hmm. That seems like a good number.
It's not quite 20, but it's almost.
I don't know numbers, but so 17 years. So we're at a point now where we don't really need origins of a lot of these characters because we get it. When we go back to Phase 1, we got Iron Man. We got a decent origin there, updated for.
I mean, but even then, when they redid the Hulk, they didn't give a full origin. They just hinted at it. All they did was hint at it through the opening trailer segments, and that's it.
Yes. So I think what happened with that, though, is that Ang Lee Hulk came out 3 years prior.
Yeah.
So it's like, look.
But they didn't even keep it the exact same as Ang Lee look. They were definitely going for a more Bill Bixby style look for the opening.
But I think, again, it's kind of like they were kind of toying with this idea like, because I remember when it came out, I was like, are these connected? Is this a sequel? Yeah. So it was very ambiguous until you saw it. And it was like, I don't think these two fucking movies are at all the same. I mean, we got Jennifer Connelly in one of them. We got fucking Aerosmith's daughter in the other one. Whatever her name is. The girl from the video.
Liv Tyler.
You make things up. But, you look at, that film. you got kind of that credit origin. Thor, we
they kind of explain the origin there.
We get something
without going to his childhood a whole lot.
And then we get the Avengers. So we don't necessarily with the MCU. They're not necessarily doing like big origin stories anyway. Ant-Man, we kind of get something at least with Scott Lang.
Yeah.
But again,
but they established there was a prior Ant-Man prior to that.
Correct. So when they come to Spider-Man Homecoming,
yes, in Homecoming, prior to Homecoming in Civil War, they introduced both Black Panther and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
and they don't give a full origin. They just kind of these characters exist here.
Hey, they're here. They're in this world, and this is what we're doing. And the thing is with MCU, they've done very well in giving us these stories without giving us unnecessary dribble. So with Fantastic Four, I've talked to people beforehand, before, when the movie got announced, they're like, hey, I'm worried that like the other ones didn't do well. This one's not going to do well. They're going to ruin it. Like we've seen the origin so many times. Do we need it again? Batman movies. We dude, the fucking Waynes get killed every time they start over. And, it's like, we don't need to see this. We know it. We know it happens. Like, stop. So when we get to the MCU, they're like, you're right. We shouldn't do this. And what they did with the Fantastic Four, I felt like
I thought that was pretty good.
If it with anything that they've done before, I'm not sure why people. I guess because after Endgame, a lot of content got weird, so everybody just expects the worst of anything that comes out, and it's like, dude, just let it cook. Like go watch it or don't go watch it. But either way, don't review bomb it. Number one, but number two, like if you don't like it, just don't like it. Make a podcast, come talk shit about it. That's what I'm about to do. Actually, I'm not going to talk shit about it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. I love the retro, futuristic look. I love the family aspect.
I thought I was going to hate Herbie because I traditionally have not liked that character, and I thought he was actually kind of charming.
I thought. And I feel like I've mentioned this to you. I know I've mentioned it to Sarah. I don't like any actress that has played Sue.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going to come out as just business as usual. I fucking love Vanessa Kirby in this role.
I don't know much about the guys playing Ben and Johnny.
Yeah.
I thought they would probably be fine. Vanessa Kirby is the only one that I thought would be good as Sue, and I didn't really like the idea of Pedro Pascal playing. Same. But he won me over. I still think his look is a little bit off, but acting-wise, I think he pretty much nailed what Reed is.
I felt like in that third act, he became Reed to me.
Oh, see, I liked him as soon as they had the childbirthing scene. I was like, okay, I'm in for him being Reed. Because he's, at the same time, he's trying to console it and help his wife, at the same time calculating what the fuck they need to do to survive the surfer and get away.
No, I get that.
So,
like, I don't know. I wasn't warmed up to him.
Yeah.
Like, but once we start getting to the nitty gritty of it, and I was like, okay, he's starting to feel more like Reed to me. But yeah, everything as far as the family aspect, it worked. I loved it so much because that's one of my complaints about the second or the first reboot or whatever with fucking Michael B. Jordan.
Oh man, that's such a
my complaint about that one. Film. That's a nice word that you use in film.
Man, if only that had been a sci-fi movie that was not the Fantastic Four, that would have been interesting.
If they called it Science People, I was like, holy shit, this movie's actually pretty fucking good.
I mean, they tried to give it like a little bit of a horror aspect to it, and it was like, I don't know.
Like, the thing that, I mean, amongst all the other things, but the thing that just fucked with me was like Human Torch being Michael B. Jordan, who is a black man, and Kate Mara.
Yeah,
being the sister who is a white woman,
and she was the adopted one into the family. Like,
that's wild. Okay. Black people don't be adopting white kids. We ain't allowed to do that. This Trump's America, baby.
Oh my god, dude! Oh my god, Dante's going off the rails already. We're not even like 20 minutes in.
Oh, we're 24, baby.
All right. So, kid gloves are off. Anybody who's never listened to this podcast before, Dante loves to go off the rails and say wacky wild shit.
but like I didn't like that aspect because as an adopted child myself, that sibling connection, that blood relation, I don't care if you grew up with the kid all your life and you're not blood related. There's something missing there. And not for nothing, all right? And just follow me on this. Michael B. Jordan's a good-looking guy. All right.
He is. Yeah.
Kate Mara's pretty.
I can see why ladies like Michael B. Jordan a lot.
You like Kate Mara's
pretty. Yeah.
She's a pretty girl. They growing up together. At some point, they were like, "Hey, we ain't even really blood, right?
Yeah, you know what's gonna happen.
Like we could do this, and it ain't even gonna mess up the bloodline. They ain't even gonna be like extra chromosomy. Like they might come out all right. They might be super athletes. I was in Creed, And then she was like, yeah, like my granddad, I don't know, maybe, I think her granddad owns the Giants or some shit. I don't fucking know. Or maybe it's Steelers. Okay. Dude, I'm making shit up. Like, but I'm sure like her family owns a football team. I believe I heard that somewhere. Okay. Like, I'm not going to go look it up. I
often get her and Rooney confused.
Okay, maybe
the sisters.
Then
it is Kate from the movie, but They have obviously they're sisters. They have a similar look in real life, so it's like
Rooney, well then they own the Giants. Their grandfather owns the Giants.
Okay,
so they can make a super athlete baby. That's what I was getting at, Phil. Like I don't give a fuck about the Giants. They fucking suck. But but that was my problem with that. One of the problems, my biggest problem really to me was that sibling.
Yeah, it was an odd choice, an odd creative choice.
And then the other ones with Jessica Alba and Captain America.
Yeah.
That never felt like a family unit either.
Okay.
It felt very like, here's some actors, we're going to throw them together. Kind of like they did with, what's his name? Hayden Christensen and Natalie Portman. Hey, they look good together. Like naked Anakin and Padme. Like, are you sure?
I guess the early 2000s ones, I gave more of a pass.
I didn't.
And I liked most of the cast except for Jessica Alba. I was like, she felt so miscast as a scientific person. I was like, she's so gorgeous. Like, I can't.
Are you saying smart girls can't be pretty?
Oh, no. Because
don't do that.
I've met a bunch of them that are.
So have I.
And
they
but Jessica Alba just acting wise didn't
keep up.
Didn't like. It's like, man, I can't believe her. Like everybody else, I thought was fairly believable in their roles.
I recently watched Rise of the Silver Surfer.
Okay, I haven't watched either of those in a while.
I watched the first one a few months back, and I watched Rise of the Silver Surfer right before seeing First Steps. Just at random, I just put it on. I was like, "Fuck it, why not?" And this is the one with the wedding and everything.
Yeah,
and
that's still, I think, my favorite appearance from Stan Lee at the very beginning of that because it's so appropriate.
Yeah. It bugged me because she was playing like now this like whiny, not necessarily a bridezilla, but like, this is my day, everything's ruined, and it was like, are y'all gonna fight this silver dude or not? Like, I don't give a fuck about your wedding. Get the fuck out of here. But yeah, with this newer one, the family aspect just felt like, as I'm watching, I cared about what will happen to them. Like, there are consequences. Yeah. Whereas the other ones, if somebody died, I was like, all right, well, they'll just get another actor. It's fine, But like this one, if something happened, it's like, I genuinely like cared. I was like, oh my God, she's having a baby. So why y'all taking pregnant women into space, yo? Like,
so that is
I mean, I'll save that.
That is an interesting story point that I thought about when the movie was going on. I was like, I don't know how they would do that in the comics because, like, Sue has sat out from the team when she's been pregnant in the books before.
Yes,
like Medusa stood in for her when the original Secret Wars happened in the 80s. Sue's not there because she was she had a second pregnancy, and so Reed, Johnny, and Ben were the only ones that went to Battleworld.
Yes, I remember. I read that.
Yeah.
Well, 7 pages.
You should read all of that one. It's good.
Dude, there's a lot of words.
It's so good.
That and Infinity Gauntlet, so many fucking words.
Man. I still have nostalgia for those two. It's two of my favorite Marvel crossovers.
Too many words, dude. Like, I read Infinity Gauntlet, and I once I got to the third page, I was like, I think I'm done. Like, fuck this.
When that was the first trade book I ever bought was Infinity Gauntlet. I sold a bunch of my action figures when I was a little kid at my mom's garage sale, so I could buy that because she she's like, no, you have to buy that with your own money.
Look at Phil with the hustle as a kid. He was like, fuck these toys. I want that book.
Yeah.
I'm trying to read, son.
It was awesome.
Then he opened it. I was like, yo, all these fucking words?
Because prior to that, all I had was the number 3 issue where where Warlock's gathering all the heroes together, and you don't get to see what happens. The end splash page is them about to face off Thanos, and it cuts off. It's like, that's the end of the issue. I was like, I want to know what happens.
It was crazy. I think I have like the trade somewhere in this house. Yeah. I don't know. But I go on eBay every so often and just say, maybe I should just get it. Because I like to have Lucy's. You know, there's just something to that for me.
Those 6 issues, the Perez covers and the Perez and the Lim artwork are awesome. Because that's where Perez officially handed off the torch to Wim to do all the future cosmic stuff for Marvel.
Like, they're reasonably affordable too. They're like, they're not like crazy.
I think they of course went up in price when Infinity War, the movie happened a little bit.
Reasonable,
but they're not crazy.
They're not over $20. Like at least number 1. Like last I saw number 1 was like 15 or 20. I was like, that's fair. Like I'd pay that. It's an older comic now. You know, coming up over 30 years old.
Yeah, early 90s.
Oh yeah, but
I think it's 91. Yeah,
yeah. So, but yeah, like as far as you know, the family aspect, though, I thought it was fucking beautiful. What did you think about the Surfer?
So, I wanted more. I didn't get enough of the Surfer.
I agree.
I think it felt like there were story points dropped either due to time or because they didn't have it fleshed out enough. So, it felt like in the third act, it felt like they left a lot of stuff on the cutting room floor, and I was like, man, I wanted more from the very last act. I still am satisfied, but I think it felt like there was stuff missing. I was like, okay, it seems like the third act ramped up very quickly, and then all of a sudden we have resolution. It's like, oh, okay.
So it felt very hollow.
Like as soon as they got away from the black hole, had the surfer trapped there for a little bit, and they got back to Earth. It seemed like after that things ramped up. Or right after the scene where Sue addresses the crowd, it feels like that the story ramped up very quickly after that. It's like, oh shit.
Yeah, everything was accelerated all of a sudden. It was like, okay. Because there was a point and this could just be a television movie thing for me lately in watching stuff. Time is moving weird. I've been watching Vikings lately. Okay. And they have some weird time zones. It was like, yo, that little motherfucker was just 8. Now this dude like a grown ass man with a family. What the fuck y'all doing 2 episodes? I was like, yo, Ragnar's been gone for 12 years. God damn. Y'all did that in 2 episodes? But yeah, it felt like accelerated. It felt like things just took off. And it could I do think part of what that might be is, again, the MCU is trying to regain its footing. So they're like, let's not put out these super long movies. Let's just give them what they absolutely need.
I can't remember runtime. I think it's just 2 hours exactly.
It's about 2 hours.
Yeah, it didn't go over.
No.
Okay.
But it's like basically give them what they need to get us to the next step, and that's fine. I appreciate that. You know, because maybe that's what they need to do. Maybe they need to bring it down a little bit so they can kind of regain our trust as viewers. And when I say our trust, I mean I'm going to still see the movies regardless.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are in more than the average person is going to be in.
But there are a lot of folks now. It's like you mentioned, because there's a point around Infinity War, around Civil War, you know, around Doctor Strange and all these movies.
Yeah, during the height. Yeah,
you mention a Marvel movie, and all of a sudden they're fans. They're big fans.
Yeah.
I'm a big Doctor Strange. No, you're not.
Well,
you're
now,
not a Doctor Strange.
Now
fan.
you'd almost get the opposite.
Yeah, now it's like I
you
never
Marvel
watched those.
Those are trash.
Yeah,
those have been trash since 2018.
They're so woke. It's like, dog, chill. Like, please relax. Like, let's not do this. Like, y'all are ridiculous. But yeah, the Surfer, I didn't really have a strong opinion going into it. A lot of folks were really, really upset.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like everybody always wants to be outraged about something, but like going into it, I didn't really care one way or the other.
Yeah.
But I enjoyed it so much. But like right after, I was like, I gotta go buy the action figure. Like, I gotta get that set. But then like, I was looking at places like either they weren't released officially.
Oh.
Because like I went to GameStop, it was like August 18th. I was like, damn, really?
Wow, that's a month after the movie.
Then there's some other places where it's like super cranked up prices.
Were they an exclusive somewhere to GameStop?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Just weren't
interesting.
So now, because I went on there, Surfer is available, and I was like, I could order it right now. But then, like Johnny,
how's the face sculpt? Does it look like her?
it looks like
Does it look like Julia Garner?
It looks like a Silver Surfer.
Does she have any relation to Jennifer Garner?
I don't believe so.
Okay, it just happens to have the same last name.
Yeah.
Okay,
That'd be. Really
she is an actually pretty damn good actor.
Yeah.
Like, I happened to see Weapons as well, and I was like, she was phenomenal in that.
I've heard some things about her, and I'm like, I'm not.
I've never seen Ozark, and that's where most people know her from.
Yes.
In fact, people have kind of pigeonholed for her for the Ozark role. They're like, oh, I can't see her in anything else. She was so good in Ozark. And I was like, oh, well, I don't have that tie, so.
I actually really dislike when people are like, I can't see someone as something else.
But
like,
even at the beginning of this year, she was in that really terrible werewolf movie, Wolfman, and she was actually the best part of that movie.
So Ozark is like, once I finish Vikings in the next 8 episodes.
Okay. I've heard. Yeah, I know Ozark is really good. Everybody.
Ozark is next for my treadmill running show because I can't watch these shows sitting in because I'll just get on my phone and start like looking at twerk videos. But I can't watch twerk videos on the treadmill. I'll fall. But I will watch Ozark like while I'm on the treadmill. But I like the Surfer. I didn't have any thoughts prior.
Yeah, I didn't have any really opinions. It's like the only opinion I had is as long as they have her do a family sacrifice in order to become the Surfer, because that's kind of the heart and soul of what the Surfer is. It's got to be for a loved one. I would prefer it was like for a spouse because that's the classic version. It's just would be the opposite of Norrin. But in this, they did it for a child, which is like, okay, I get it. That's fine.
Phil,
It's got to be.
Phil, I know you don't have children, but you don't have to be shit on kids like that, yo. Like, motherfuckers be loving kids.
Hey, listen to yourself, man. You're the one who says fuck them kids almost every episode we do.
Every episode we do. Actually, not almost, but every episode that we do. Yes, I say that, but we still love the kids.
Yeah.
Like, Off the Mats is for the kids. Fuck Wu-Tang.
Fuck Wu-Tang.
But yeah, like, even that part of the story, I was like, this was like the movie in itself is like this family, like love story to your family, because again, with the Fantastic Four themselves, they're Marvel's first family, and then Shalabah, her sacrifice. Was that her kid or just some random kid she saw on the street? Like, hey, kid.
I think it was meant to imply it was her, but that's one of the flaws I think because they didn't give us enough of that. I was like, I wanted to see more of that.
Phil, there's only so much time.
I know.
Go read the comic. First Steps came out.
I've not read the comic version.
What month are we in? August.
We're in August. Yeah.
First Steps came out in June.
Okay.
So go.
So they did the full comic version before the movie ever came out. I thought it usually would drop the same month.
So no. So they did kind of like, again,
it's a prequel.
A prequel. Like
okay. So it gave more backstory for her. Oh,
maybe, I don't know. I didn't buy that shit.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying that you bought it.
Phil, I actually hid a bunch of my comics. I don't want Phil to see all these comics on the table. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's just out here buying and not reading. Like, I was like, let me clean the basement up.
Every comic collector has gone through a phase of that where buying, not reading. I have a whole bunch of trades that from the past couple of years that I have to get through still.
Yeah, I mean, when X-Men rebooted again, I got into it, and I was like, Uncanny X-Men, I'm more into. The others, I picked up the others, and I was like, I'm not really going to follow all this shit. So I stopped with those, but I do a lot of Image, Boom Studios. Like, I do a lot of horror comics. Actually.
Well, Joe Hill has their own pretty much series, right?
I know.
Through Boom?
I know. Bring it down. Bring it on, Notch, Phil. I'm talking here. No, like, whatever's in that First Steps book, though, it's supposed to definitely be the family. I'm sure they, allude to Galactus and the Surfer.
Oh, I hope so.
But I like the Surfer a lot. I didn't think that I wouldn't, but I didn't think that I would like her as much as I
you did. Yeah,
I was like, wow, this is good.
Yeah.
Could we've gotten a little bit more if they would have sacrificed giving us extra 10 minutes? I wouldn't have been mad.
Yeah, I could have gone for an extra 10 to 15.
And how about your thoughts on Galactus?
So I think he did a really good job. I wasn't sure how they would do the voice. I think the voice was okay. I think the voice could have been a little deeper, a little more booming, but I could say that for Grimm as well. But at least the Grimm, I think, worked better than what they showed in the trailer, because his voice didn't sound very good in the trailers for Grimm. Yeah. But Galactus, they didn't give any voice in the trailers. So I think he was, he's the British-Irish guy. He's Einman or whatever.
Yeah.
When I heard he was cast, I was like, okay, he will do a good job, because I think he can be stoic.
I think we actually went over this before with him in another role of something before, because it was like, we should fucking know this guy. And then we're like, oh.
I do know him from some other stuff, but I can't remember his name. Yeah. But seeing him in previous roles, I was like, okay, he'll do a good job as Galactus. So I think visually he looked imposing. I think they could have done a little bit more to make him less human-like. But that ends up coming into play for how they defeat him, so I understand why they kept it the way they did. Because traditionally, in like the books, he doesn't have to like climb up and like sit up or anything. He can just levitate himself, and he can...
Yeah.
He doesn't need to like when he's coming up out of the water at the edge of he wouldn't need to do that at all. He would just rise up out of the water. And why would he go to the water anyway? He would just come down to Earth exactly where he needed to be.
So I did wonder about that too.
They do that to make him more humanoid, to give him a way to be defeated, which I understand, which really works for the general audience. But as a super comic book guy, I was like, okay, that's not really how he would operate classically. But he had the look, he had the voice. That was what was more important. So I think the visual, how he moves and stuff, that's more debatable. That's hardcore fans versus general audience, and I get that.
I mean, I don't think it hurt anything. Like,
also, he's always been able to manipulate his own size depending on his power level, which to me, he should have been they made him as tall as a skyscraper, which is fine. But classically, he's been much larger than that until he gets depowered, and then he shrinks down.
So that was a thought. I was like, I know he can.
So, well, they're taken specifically from FF 243, which is the famous issue where he's fighting everybody in town, the Frankie Ray lead up story, which is where he's only as big as a building. He's only as big as a building because he's drastically depleted at that point, which is why everybody's able to hold him off.
I think also the imagery that they use there, and this is for general, audiences, having him look down at the Statue of Liberty to kind of show, they gave that to kind of give you the idea, like, this is a big boy. So
he's supposed to be like general kaiju size.
Yes. And again, it's fine. It works. I wasn't mad at Galactus and everything with it, but it's another case of MCU and what they do with their villains. I just felt like that felt a little easy.
Yeah, so the reason they made him clamber around like a person is because they have to give him a defeat. Because however you defeat him in the books has classically been a lot more complex or a lot more almost spiritual than what you can do, what you did in this. This made him, we're gonna basically trip him into this thing and defeat him. Which if he was done the more classical way, they wouldn't have been able to do that. Yeah. So they had to give him a reasonably way to be defeated in a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I get it. I don't know. It's just, I don't know. It just felt like, I guess what I'm getting at is like the MCU has this horrible thing with their villains.
Yeah.
They want, although I feel like he'll be back.
Yeah, so I wasn't as disappointed with the lack of backup story for him as I was for Surfer, because if you're going to get into Galactus' backup story, you spend a whole fucking film on that.
I wasn't stressed about his backstory. I was more like, again, just looking at how they treat the villains. It's like, boom, they get rid of them, and it's like, But I feel like he'll be back, because it's not like they killed him. They just sent him off elsewhere.
Yep.
And what that means to me is like, he's just lying in wait. He'll be back. He'll make his way back. And you better be ready, because he's going to fuck you up, son.
Yeah.
Beat that ass. Y'all going to be like, I'm so sorry. Don't crush the rock, man. Oh, no, now he's pebbles. But whatever. So, yeah, that's, that was kind of my feel on it. It's just like, again, y'all made this guy just kind of go away. And it's like, I feel like, need to give him a little bit more respect. But as long as they bring him back at some other point, I feel like it's no harm done.
I really like the fact that when they go to see him in space, it shows the gravitas of what he can actually do. Like they literally watch the destruction of a planet as he eats it.
Yes.
And that was a great intro to his characters, just to show how crazy powerful he is. And when they first go looking up at him, and he has the great like upshot of looking at his eyes, and his eyes light up as the Surfer introduces them to him. I was like, that was a great way to introduce it.
Yeah.
That felt very classic Marvel to me.
I feel like as far as our villains throughout the MCU thus far, discounting Thanos, like looking at Galactus and his power and what he can do, this was the first time like a non-Thanos villain looked like,
oh, he's actually super imposing.
Yo, y'all might want to just bounce.
Yeah.
like just leave them. Save yourselves. Which, speaking of which, so once Galactus says, yo, give me the kid.
Yeah.
And Reed goes back and straight up says like, yeah, he wanted too high of a price. Like, yo, so what do you want? He wanted the baby.
So that was a wild creative choice to have Reed reveal to the crowd. It's like, Reed's a super intelligent person. Reed's problem is always that how much of a human connection does he have? Is he so intelligent that he's beyond like?
Yeah, he like.
But that's what Sue's there to ground him, and why I love the baby birthing scene is because he's doing both. He's calculating at the same time and then he gets back to his problem at Earth where he's got this problem to solve. He doesn't know how to solve it.
Yeah.
Even though that's besides his stretchiness, that's his ultimate superpower is his big brain.
Yeah. Well, like, I mean, you kind of see that, like, when they're...
But his reveal to the crowd that, oh, yeah, well, we could have given him our kid and we chose not to. We chose him. And he's like, dude, you got to know that's not going to fly with the audience. Come on. This is going to set the world against you.
When they returned, I remember sitting there watching thinking, like, there's no way he says to them.
Yeah,
like,
and then he reveals,
I
was like, what?
Yo.
Why the fuck would... I can understand maybe, like, Johnny or something blurting that out, but Reed? Why the fuck would he say that?
Yeah, that's very much a Johnny thing to do. Well, that's very much a Chris Evans Johnny thing to do.
Well, that's very much almost a comic book Johnny thing to do. Like classic.
Like
they did stuff in Johnny here that I was very surprised with, but I was happy to see. I was like, oh, you made Johnny more of a well-developed character and more of a real person than just the kind of heartthrob asshole womanizer.
Yeah.
So,
and I mean, that's the thing I like that they kind of alluded to, like,
they alluded to a past where he's been a celebrity,
but otherwise,
but he's kind of toned it down.
They didn't lean on it.
Yeah.
Like what I did like is that everybody got to shine in their own way.
Yeah.
And Johnny, like, I don't know, I really liked that. He was like, all right, well, I'm going to go ahead and go do this. I'm going to get to work on this.
And the other thing I feel like was left on the cutting room floor is whatever semi-relationship he almost had with Shia LaBeouf. I was like, oh, there's something there they could do something with, and they don't. I
feel like what they gave us...
they gave us enough, but it felt like, oh, there's something else that they left out that could have been there.
Perhaps.
Not as much about her origin, but...
Like, I would have much rather had more on her origin.
Yeah, same here. But it felt like those were the two things that I was like, oh, that's two things they left out that were almost purposely left out.
Like his connection to her. It's like what I try typically not to do is, compare movies with each other. Because
with older versions, yeah.
But what I did while watching it the second time, thinking about the cast from the 2000s,
yeah,
putting them in these roles,
yeah,
and how that flies. I think the dude who played Reed, I think would have actually been fine.
Yeah, Ian Grove. Yeah, I liked Ian.
I think Michael Chiklis.
I think he was fine as Ben Grimm.
I think he would have been fine.
I think he was pretty much amazing casting.
I really like Chris Evans as Human Torch.
Yeah,
but I don't think he would have worked here.
Yeah, I don't know that he would have worked.
And
Chris Evans played it more like the classic Johnny Storm from like the 60s, 70s.
Yeah, and it's fine.
Johnny Storm in the comics didn't really grow up until the 80s when he was getting ready to marry the false Alicia Masters.
Oh,
so, because then he was more of an adult at that point. He was getting ready to be married.
Like, when I look at, that cast, though, you try to put them in these spots, it's like, Jessica Alba would not fit in there. And I don't want this to sound like it's a let's bash Jessica Alba, because I really like Jessica Alba in Sin City.
Who doesn't? I mean, her is
what else was
Nancy Danson. I was like, holy shit.
Dark Angel.
She was perfect for Dark Angel.
Honey. like that dance movie.
Oh, I never saw. I did see her in that horror movie about the eyes where that was wild.
The Eye.
That was great.
I actually have not seen that.
Oh, you should.
I'm not. I saw the original actually, and it's
is that a redo of a Korean or an Asian film?
Japanese film.
Sorry.
Come on, son.
There have been Korean films that have been remade.
There have been plenty of them. But come on, man. Know your Asians, all right?
Hey, man, I'm sorry.
Joe will be hurt.
I don't think Joe would actually care.
Joe, like, man, fuck them. It's like, relax, Joe. Like, be nice. But, like, putting her in that role that Vanessa Kirby played, I again went into this thinking I'm just gonna not like this woman as Sue because I've never liked any of the ones so far.
Okay,
the other two, I should say. And even looking at her, I was like, I mean, she's, I guess she's got the look, maybe, I don't know, but let's see. Yeah. And then, like, seeing her, she is the heart of the Fantastic Four in the comics, and they, for sure.
Yeah, they portrayed her well in this.
It was like, oh my God, this, like, again, I care about this character so much so that I was like, I need to go buy the action figure. I don't need the others. I just want this.
Just want Sue.
I want a Vanessa Kirby figure. Just like I wanted a Salma Hayek Eternal figure. And I ended up getting the rest of them because they're all like $5. So I was like, fuck it. Like, well, actually, I wanted Gilgamesh. He was the Build-A-Figure.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So that was fucking trash. I just want the fucking Korean guy from Train to Busan. I was like, I want that guy because he was a badass.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that was him.
It was like, he's not as badass in the Eternals.
I mean,
it's weird.
They didn't give Gilgamesh enough to do in the movie, I think. Yeah. He was more of a side character.
I don't think they know what to do with that movie. They're just
they clearly did not know what they wanted.
Do some stuff.
Yeah.
Like make things happen, and they made things happen. It's like, no,
just
not like
based
that.
On how they did the deviants in there. It's like they didn't know what they wanted to do with this movie.
It's like, and they're like, and immediately, yeah, so that sequel has been canceled. It's like, we thought they wanted more. I was like, no, we actually didn't even want this. Like what we actually wanted was like a fucking proper, send off,
I mean, I got what I wanted at the very end of that movie where Harry Styles comes in as Eros and Patton Oswalt was Pip the Troll. I was like, oh, that's what I wanted from this movie.
And it's funny because it's like you get
that's your proper lead into the Infinity Gauntlet long after the story has happened. I was like, there's your Infinity Gauntlet right there. Just give me them and Adam and bring back Polar as Poulter as Adam Warlock and have a movie about the three of them.
That's the weird thing. It's like as the MCU started going on and getting power, they're like, we can do no wrong, so we can do whatever we want. And it's like, you're doing things a little goofy now. But now I feel like they're like, once they've seen the error of their ways, they're like, all right, let's stop fucking around. We got these mutants coming up. We want to do this right. We got the Fantastic Four here. We want to do this right. We got another Spider-Man coming up, and those, for the most part, have been doing well, so let's do this right. And we're going to put the Punisher in it, so let's do that right. We got this Daredevil stuff working out very well. Like
That's my favorite thing from MCU this year.
Actually, that's what I want to do an episode with
Born
you.
Again.
Prior to this, but I forgot.
That's all right.
And life happened. And
that's all right.
I think we had talked, and we were like, well, you were like, I got to rewatch. And I was like, yeah, me too. And
well, I mean... I could do it. But
Phil, I'm going off your words.
Yeah.
This is a quote. I recorded it on a podcast. Sure. It's somewhere. I didn't listen to it because I don't listen to these. Like, I don't know why anyone else would, because I definitely don't. I'm just here.
Yeah, I don't know how much your the BJJ audience generally will translate to the Nerdcast audience.
Quite a bit. We get quite a few downloads here
for
your episodes. Phil, you are becoming a
I'm a routine guest
here. Like what Phil episode, it used to be like, you get a few hits here, and it's like, well, it's not in the wheelhouse. But then as you start doing more and more, people are, showing up. And I was like, all right, look at Phil over here getting an audience. Yo, you better fucking chill out. This is my motherfucking show.
Hey, man, I'm just rotating guests.
Okay. Yeah, keep it that way, bitch.
People just listen to see how many wild, crazy things you get me to crack up on.
Dude, that's
all they're listening for.
There was a point where my goal was just to fuck with you, and then you started kind of almost becoming immune to it, and I was like, well, fuck, it's not working anymore. So now I have to be a little bit more sneaky about
more strategic about your bombs.
Like, I can't just drop things in the beginning. I have to catch them right as we're exiting an episode, and it's like, haha, I got them. It's like, And Sarah hears that shit. And she's like, God fucking damn it. Like, I'm going to take his microphones away. Guess what? I have 12 microphones. You can take,
you do. You have a lot of microphones here.
You can take these 4 if you want. I have 8 more hidden throughout the house.
This show has evolved since we first started doing this years ago.
I think I got 3 microphones in this drawer over here. I think I got 4 in that tote over there. And I got 2 upstairs or some bullshit. I don't know.
I commend you for getting Coach Mark to come on once a year as an anniversary thing, because that's pretty cool.
I told him he has to. It's in his contract. He's like, if you don't show up, you will be void. Like, you'll void the contract.
So, do I get separate contracts for this and for City Like Horror?
Actually, it's all packaged deal.
This is a package deal. I think I'm getting the short end of the stick.
Kind of. Now, if you pop up on Columpton, now that's a special
I'm not a
thing.
beer drinker, so I can't imagine I'd ever be there.
You don't have to be. I actually have a teammate who doesn't drink. He wants to be on. I was like, that's fine. You don't have to drink to be on the pod.
And I don't really follow sports either, though. So
we don't, like Phil. We don't. I mean, we talk. Well, now football season's here.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk a little bit more about football, but we talk a lot about just general shit.
Okay,
just general conversation, and see where it goes. Sometimes I might pull up something from Instagram, and like, yo, she's got some generational knockers. Let's talk about these. I can hear the number of click-offs right now.
She's lost a third of the audience, don't they?
They're like, we're out.
We're out.
But no, you can come on Columpton. You're more than welcome, Phil. Like, it's always a good time. It's just you might have to deal with, if Steve's brother's here and they start arguing, you will have to deal with me threatening Steve's life. Because he likes to argue with his younger brother, and it's like, yo, stop this shit, yo. Like, neither of you can be right all the time. Shut up, before I slap you through a wall. And then he gives like kind of like the, okay, and I'm like, if you do it again, I will fuck you up right now. And then he's like, okay, whatever. It's like, do it one more time, and I will hit you with a bottle.
Sorry, I just realized I'm not using your special coasters here. University of Delaware.
Go Blue Hens.
Oh man, that's where I went to school.
Oh, I lived across the street from the school. I mean,
I don't think we were there at the same time, but
no, Phil, I was there in '92.
No, I definitely was not there yet.
I
wasn't even in Maryland yet.
My grandfather worked there.
Okay,
he was a professor, and I would go there every so often, look at the pretty college girls. I was like, there are a lot of white people here.
There were it was a very white college.
Very much so. I was the only black person there.
Well, it wasn't that. That obvious when I was there, because I was there in the 2000s.
Yeah, this was 91, 90 and 91, son.
Yeah, different time period.
I definitely didn't see any black people there. I was legit the only black kid in my neighborhood, which was weird. I felt like it was the Truman Show because another black kid showed up, and I was like, oh, they brought in like someone for the next season. I definitely didn't meet him until 7th grade. I was like, this dude wasn't here for 6th grade. Where the fuck did he come from? And then, like, it turns out he lived like way, way, way on the edge of the neighborhood. It's like, oh, he's definitely like a new cast member. So. And then I left. They're like, oh, we're relocating this dude to Baltimore. It's like, where's more black people? I was like, well, technically Columbia. Oh, so there's Asian kids too. Awesome. I don't think I met an Asian kid until I moved to Columbia.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Like, I don't think I did. No, yeah, probably not. That fat kid Charlie is the one that got me to play football.
Oh, shit.
Thanks, Tubby. And then I dated a Korean chick. She was like one of my first girlfriends. She was very pretty, really, really nice. You know, 8th grade crushes lasted for a month. Oh,
yeah.
Well.
Sounds about right for that age.
The one that got away.
The one that got away.
Sarah's going to listen to this.
She's not going to listen to this.
She will listen to the Nerdcast episode.
Oh, she will? Did she? She didn't see Fantastic Four, did she?
No.
Okay.
No. But I told her all about it.
Oh.
I came home, I was like, hey, so spoilers. And I told her the whole movie.
I didn't realize she listened to anything we put out.
Like,
other than maybe the horror stuff.
She don't listen to the horror one.
Oh, I thought that was the most likely one she'd listen to because she likes horror movies.
I think she tries to catch me saying fucked up shit on here, and it's like, congrats, you got me.
I mean, come on, she's been married to you for years now. She's got to expect that at some point.
Yeah, I mean, it's always disappointing at like holiday gatherings. Let's say some shit to try to catch everybody off guard, and like she's like gives me that like I'm disappointed.
She's like, I thought we were past this. It's like, what?
Never.
This is an annual event.
Dude, I am forever 11 in my brain. Like, I make all the worst jokes, and it's just that's what we do at the house. And if Grandma laughs, I won. But when they didn't laugh at that autistic joke I made about my cousin, I felt horrible.
As you should,
because it wasn't directed at him. But
but the family, it was like, what the fuck?
He's actually autistic, and I was like, shit. It wasn't meant that way. Trust me, if I wanted to say something to offend him, it would have been not about his autism. It would have been about his glasses. Like, look at those things. Fucking Coke bottles. Looking blind back. All right, let's get back to it, Phil. I'm sorry. We definitely.
One of our many derailments. It's a routine.
All right. So we talked about each of the characters. Well, somewhat. Mm-hmm. So let's go through Ben. Like, what are your thoughts on his portrayal?
He's the other character I wish I would have gotten a little bit more on. He's the character that, yes, he's the pilot. He's Reed. I didn't really get the sense of him and Reed being former best friends from college, because that's their. Yeah. I mean, it almost seems like that should have been in there a little bit more. Like it almost seems like Reed would talk to Johnny. Reed would talk to Sue, but Reed barely talked to Ben unless it was like some pilot directions. Yeah. I was like, well, that seems odd because they've known each other longer than any of the others. Mm-hmm. Obviously, Sue and Johnny grew up together as brother and sister, but Reed and Ben have known each other for years. And that's why Ben was his pilot. They trust each other. Yeah. They trust each other like brothers, even though they're not brothers. So it felt like I didn't really feel that connection with here. I did like him interacting with the street kids, like lifting the car for them. That the street scenes felt very much like Yancey Street. Felt very Kirby-esque.
Yes.
I liked this semi-relationship he started with the teacher, but they didn't give enough of that. I was like, oh, that seems like that was cut out as well. And I get something like that would be cut for time. But if you're not going to do a full Alicia Masters, which is his classic girlfriend, give Bennett the hope of some kind of relationship, because he's basically the monster with the heart of gold, who doesn't go down for anybody, who doesn't fall for anybody until he's just too exhausted to fight anymore.
I mean, to be fair, this is the first movie, so
yeah, this is an introductory film. I just felt like I could have used a little, like I got a good portion of the other characters, aside from Silver. I got a good portion of the other three characters, but I didn't get really enough of him.
Well, so I'm just more so referring to the relationship stuff. Like, I agree with you. I felt like after watching it twice, I was like, I don't feel like I know anything about this version of Ben Grimm. And I feel like that's, even though I feel like everybody shined in their own way.
I didn't feel he shined the least.
Yeah.
I wish, even aside from the relationship with the teacher, which is, that's an add-on, I could have used with a little bit more of him, relationship with Reed back and forth, and a little bit more of him maybe as a native New Yorker street kid who grew up in Yancey Street.
Kind of wanted the accent.
Yeah. You know? I could have done it with a little bit hard. Out of all of them, I would expect him to have the harshest New York accent, either from like the Brooklyn area or something.
Yes.
That felt like it was left out a little bit.
Yeah, I wondered about that because, like, in the trailer, as you mentioned, the voice sounded a little off. And I was like, Like,
I think it could have been played better if instead of him interacting with the school kids as a class, if he was like at the local baseball field or something, or the local basketball course. Like, I used to play here when I was your age, and like that would have been a little bit more of a backstory moment for him.
Yeah, I think Ben, though, like I said, everybody shined in their own right. Ben had the least of anything. And when you look at the other films, I don't want to say he was showcased, but they made it a point.
Chiklis was definitely showcased more.
Well, I mean, he was a star. Like, I mean,
he
Alba and him, they were the stars.
Yeah.
You had Julian McMahon coming off Nip Tuck. So,
but Nip Tuck was a cable show, and the other people were known for.
Well,
he wasn't as known.
Was on the Shield. That's a cable show.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, but
Nip Tuck was it on FX or was it on HBO?
FX. Both,
Okay,
both
so
of them.
they were both from FX. But Chickless has been known for a long. He's been known from back in the Seinfeld days.
I mean, yeah, Chickless was like a star. Like,
yeah, he was already a television star
you
for
knew
years.
him, you know who he was. So it would make sense that they kind of make that character. Shine
They gave him a
little
lot
bit
more. Yeah.
But yeah,
And even in what I refer to as the bad Fantastic Four, where what's his name was Grimm, but he's the guy from Lord of the Rings.
Was he now?
Who was the Ben Grimm in there? He was, but he felt like a street level New Yorker in that because he and Miles Teller's Reed were obviously long term friends in that movie.
Like I actually
he like picks up a baseball bat at one point to help defend Reed.
I did,
and that was like a great character moment before he ever became the Thing.
Like, fucking Google. I asked for the cast for Fantastic Four, and I pulled up that specific Fantastic Four, so it brings up all of the Fantastic Fours.
But it's one of the guys. He was one of. I think if it's Merry or Pippin, he's one of the guys from Lord of the Rings, from the Hobbits.
Well, you know what's funny? I haven't watched the Hobbit movies.
Well, no, not from the Hobbits, from the original LOTR. But he was also the side guy from from Jumper. It's him as the side character.
I'm not gonna remember. I've watched Jumper twice.
Okay, I like Jumper, but he's also the side guy from even better Snowpiercer.
I watched Snowpiercer once.
Okay, that's one of my two favorite Chris Evans performances is Snowpiercer.
I enjoyed it, but I'm not gonna remember anybody else, Phil. You know why? Because I don't care about them. You know why, Phil?
And
they don't mean anything to me.
All right.
I guess that kind of equals as I don't care. But people are probably like, "Yo, you're so fucking mean to this guy." He's
people are probably more screaming the actor's name that I can't think of right now.
I was trying to Google it, but Google was like, "Fuck you." Here's your Fantastic Four cast, and it showed me everyone but them. I think because Google's like it doesn't acknowledge that Fantastic Four film.
Probably not. It was kind of bad.
Well, it
was bad as a Fantastic Four movie. It was interesting as a sci-fi movie.
No, yeah. Well, that's the thing. There's so many of these movies where it's like, if you just named it this, it would have been pretty good. But you wanted to make it that, and it's
Jamie Bell.
That means nothing to me.
I mean,
Phil.
Now people can stop screaming at their speakers that I don't know actors.
If y'all scream at us, we fighting. Just saying. And I need to start doing video for the pod because, like, your shirt, you got the Infinity Gauntlet shirt.
You've debated on doing that for years now.
I got the
you got the Spider-Man, man.
Spider-Man here. Like, we are definitely nerdcasting today, but like, video is just one of those things where it's like there's just an extra level of work to do that I'm not really into doing. I barely do a podcast, Phil. You
are like the king of podcasting, man. You do like 5-6 shows a week.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean they're good. I just say things. I mean, there's been quite a few where I checked out in the middle and like, oh shit, we're recording. Hey, so what's your name? Like, dude, we're like 35 minutes in. So, but yeah, Ben Grimm, we could have used a little bit more. And then you had mentioned Herbie and like, I don't know. I know Herbie was kind of a standout for a lot of folks. I don't know. Yeah. I
don't think he was a standout for me. He was just somebody I didn't end up hating because I assumed I was going to hate him, and he was actually fine. I think he was what he needed to be for this. I love his retro look. The fact that his face is actual tape deck.
Yeah,
I was like that was kind of very cool. I was like, oh, that's a great retro vibe.
I've heard a lot of love for Herbie, and I'm not saying Herbie was bad. Like, Herbie was just kind of like, it's there. Now, I think though that's a consequence of the internet, though. Mm-hmm. The internet is either all in on something or all out on something. There's never like it was fine. It's either, God, Herbie is so fucking dumb, or Herbie was amazing. It's like, Herbie was fine. It was all right.
It's hard to find a middle of the road crowd on the internet for anything.
Okay, that's why I hate the internet, yo. That's why I don't even read comments anymore, because it's like either people like are super praising it, which is fine. That's good. So I had a breakthrough in therapy today.
They're either glazing something or they're burning it to the ground.
We had a conversation in therapy today. I'm going to share this with you all because I'm being vulnerable. Like, I was talking to my therapist. I'm sorry, life coach now. It's no longer it's no longer therapy. She's now my life coach.
People don't like using the term therapy.
I don't mind using that term. It's just,
I know you don't, but people don't.
She's actually, no, her legit thing now is life coaching.
Okay.
So I was like, okay, cool. You're not doing a good job. Things still kind of burning to the ground, but all right. Not paying this bitch. I'll find out tonight, like if I get an email saying, hey, so your car didn't work. She be like emailing at midnight. I was like, yo, you get your life together, girl. Go to sleep, bitch. You can't get at me about not sleeping. You emailing me at midnight. Talk about what you wearing.
What the fuck? Wow, this is one kind of life coach, man. Where can I find this life coach?
So, Columbia.
Dante's calling out the town.
Near Wild Lake.
Oh damn! He's getting specifics.
No, but we're talking about
doxing this poor therapy lady.
She's gonna listen to this, and I was like,
there ain't no fucking way that your life coach is listening to this show. Come on now.
I got a feeling
you're not that. Look, Dante, you are famous, but you're not that famous.
I got a feeling she's tuned into a couple episodes just to make sure I'm not like out here.
You're not like doing some terrorist shit.
Make sure this boy ain't all fucked up. But in therapy,
do you talk about your podcast in therapy?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do they think this is a good outlet for you?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'd agree.
I mean, if I weren't doing a podcast, I'd have to probably go to therapy weekly.
I mean, you do this so much. This is kind of therapy for you.
Yeah, no, it's very therapeutic. Between this and jiu-jitsu, very, very therapeutic. If I didn't have either of those things, I would. Bobby's
account of you before you got into jiu-jitsu is very different from now.
I mean, to be fair, I was a much younger minded person too. But jiu-jitsu definitely helped. But also maturity and just understanding I could probably go to jail if I hit this person. Or that person probably could beat me up. Now I know jiu-jitsu and I know they can't beat me up. Just kidding.
And sometimes
guys.
Knowing is half the battle.
Just kidding. I know you guys can beat me up. But no, in life coaching, we're talking about I'm uncomfortable with compliments, and a lot of people are. And we started digging deeper.
I'm not accustomed to receiving them.
Same. I really don't like it. It fucking feels weird. Like when people, thank me for some shit that's normal shit. Why would you thank me for that? Like, oh, you're doing a good job at this. It's like, that's normal. Why are you praising me for, holding, the door for somebody? That should just be a commonplace thing. Or helping somebody, like, oh, you went out of your way. No, I didn't. I actually just helped them because that's what we should do as people, is help. But one of the things that kind of came up as we started digging deeper, it was like, basically, I feel like I'm not deserving of praise. And, it started getting really weird. And then we started digging deeper and deeper into that and why. And I was like, I don't want to, I'm not going to, y'all got to get on Patreon if you want to hear all the details on that. But so $1.99, go to the link tree in my bio. No, there is no OnlyFans, but that is technically a Patreon type subscription service as well. But I'm not putting any more feet.
We only talk about Fansly here. We don't talk about OnlyFans.
Like, yes, we talk about the fans and not the OnlyFans, but all you fans. But no, like, there was this weird thing about, like, basically, I don't feel like I'm worthy of receiving those, praises and compliments. And it was like, well, we got to get to the bottom of this. So we making a trip to Detroit, and Ruthie about to catch these hands.
That's a deep cut.
My therapist is about to beat my mom's ass. Like, how dare you make him cry? But anyhow, let's go ahead and get back to the show here, Phil.
Second sidetrack.
I swear, people when they probably
Dante's emotional journey can be captured on Patreon.
Like, only way people get through a full episode is if they're legit unable to get to their phone to change.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck is this shit? We were talking about Fantastic Four first steps, and now this guy's like.
First off, fuck y'all if y'all don't care about my emotional fucking unbagging right here, yo. I just poured my heart out to y'all, and y'all just gonna turn this shit off. Fuck. Never again am I gonna open up to y'all. Never, ever again will I ever pour my heart out to y'all. I'm just stalling because I was trying to read notes. Let's real quick do a good, bad, and ugly, Phil. even though we kind of did that, but let's pinpoint it. Give me your good.
Good. I think they nailed his family dynamic. I think they nailed all the main characters. I liked the presence of at least the initial presence of Galactus, and I liked the Silver Surfer better than I thought I would because I wasn't kind of indifferent to her. I ended up thinking she did a pretty good job.
Well, that's pretty good. Pretty good, Phil. Get it? Because it's the good.
Yeah.
I love the family dynamic.
Mm-hmm.
I love. I mentioned this slightly, but like Sue being the heart of the team, and it really, really shined here. Like Vanessa Kirby again. Like that's my good. My good is Vanessa Kirby.
Okay.
And I'm saying that because again, going into this, I was like, I don't even like the look of this chick. I don't think this is going to work. I've not liked anyone who's played Sue Storm.
But it had nothing to do with Vanessa Kirby itself, because you not like her in other roles she's done?
I don't know her work.
Okay.
But just looking at her, I was like, kind of judging her off other people's performances in this role.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm not into it. I don't feel it. But once I saw it, I was like, this is everything it should be. She's everything that character should be. And I feel like this is a character moving forward they could really build a lot off of an MCU as a whole. So, well, the Fantastic Four in general, Reed and Sue specifically. And Johnny's got his role, and Ben would have his role, obviously. But I think that, the Marvel's first family and the MCU now especially, this could be huge because everybody did a great job, I think. And I think the movies, what we were getting towards the end of the Infinity Saga, we got a lot of heart, and we lost that heart after Endgame. This is a great way to bring it back, and having a family element and having Franklin in here as well, and his importance, I think, is just huge. So there's so much that they could do with it, and that would be my good, is really just the future of what this franchise can be. That's all I got, dog.
All right.
What about your bad?
Bad, I think I didn't get enough of the Surfer's kind of how she operates for Galactus and her backstory enough. And then I guess, and I didn't get enough. Ben backstory between him and Reed, specifically, or his ties to New York.
I think my bad for it would be lack of depth, and I guess that kind of goes there with what you're saying.
Yeah.
More so with Ben, because he does feel a little forgotten.
Yeah, he feels like he's left out of the main four.
Yeah, because everybody's doing something, and then there's
they did surprising stuff with Johnny, and then Ben kind of get left out in the cold for character development. I was like, oh,
yeah. So, but again, this is the start of something.
Yeah.
So we could get things later.
These characters are coming back, obviously.
Yes. So there's that, and we didn't touch on the post credit, but we'll do that after our ugly.
Yeah.
And what's your ugly?
The post credit's a little bit of my ugly. I think the post credit was very half-hearted. Also, how easily Galactus was defeated was a bit of my ugly. I did like the actor in the role, and I did like his initial presence. But I think making him as a human being, oversized human being kaiju as he is, rather than how powerful he is, more classically depicted, I think that's a little bit of a problem. It felt like almost like a too easy way to write that, to have him be defeated that way. Because usually Galactus is more of a process of defeat or more of a larger conversation.
Yeah, that felt like lazy writing. Like we've done enough.
Yeah, part of that extends to, I think, the last act in the movie is rushed.
Yes. I think my ugly is the Galactus thing, but more as a bigger MCU problem. Again, with the villains just villain very disposable.
Okay.
I look at these movies initially as comic books themselves. So when you finish a movie, you have the victory, but it shouldn't be quite the end. These villains can come back. So
having the villains or the main villains be all one-offs.
Yeah,
it's there's only a couple times where they haven't had that happen.
Yeah. So I mean, and that's, I think that is a bigger problem overall, because so just kind of somewhat going through the list a little bit. So let's go to Iron Man. So we had Ironmonger. That's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine.
I mean the leader. They didn't bring him back till recently, and they kind of did him. Okay. I was trying to go in movie order, basically.
I was too.
Okay.
Abomination.
Abomination, they didn't get rid of him. He came back.
So he did come back. So I give him a little bit of credit there. But even with that, it's like he's around, but it's like, you're still kind of that villain. But when he comes back, it's not even like, oh, by the way, remember this guy, the villain? Yeah. It's like, oh, he's hanging out with Wong. Just like buddies now, drinking beers.
Yeah.
What we get? Iron Man 2. So we have Whiplash. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
that's fine. Getting rid of him there.
Thor, Justin Hammer, they could potentially bring back at any time they really want to.
I think they were saying that was supposed to happen for Armor Wars.
Yeah, I mean that would make sense.
But is that even still happening?
Who the fuck knows?
Yeah,
I hope it happens, but I don't really know.
And then so Thor, we got Loki.
Yeah, obviously he's not going to go away.
And then Avengers, we got Loki, and then introduced to Thanos. So far we tracking.
Yeah.
Now we go to Iron Man 3. I'm going to release.
Yeah, that was Iron Man 3 is a very messy movie.
I'm fine with that being what it is, because I don't even count it anyway. I watched it twice.
That's one of the ones I don't like.
Yeah. Thor with the Dark Elves.
Yeah, that was a pretty good one-off. I
think we're fine with that being a one-off. And then Winter Soldier.
Yeah, that's going to go. Okay, and so I mean, Zemo ends up coming back.
Yeah. And so that's Civil War.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, it's
you're getting way ahead.
But I think the politician at the end of Civil War or at the end of Winter Soldier.
Yes.
Robert Redford. I think that was fine to have him be done.
Yeah. Because I wasn't even thinking about it. I was thinking about Winter Soldier and himself.
But even Red Skull, they kind of threw away at the very end.
Oh yeah, I forget. Oh my God.
I wish Red Skull would have come back because he's a great villain.
Yeah. Well, they brought him back in kind of a bullshit way, but it's like,
I mean, in Winter Soldier they brought back from they brought back what's his name? Zola.
Yeah.
Arnim Zola. Yeah. He was the holdover from the first captain.
Yeah. So we get to Guardians, what's his name? Ronan.
Yeah, but he was kind of a stepping stone to Thanos almost.
Yeah. So far they're tracking. All right. Yeah. And then Ant-Man, Yellow Jacket.
Yeah, I mean,
but that
gets messy too.
Yeah, that's a weird one because
they made Yellow Jacket into two different villains when he eventually comes back as MODOK.
Yeah, and that's actually
that's super messy. MODOK was a throwaway.
I mean, and then we get Civil War, which that's now where we get Baron Zemo, and then he gets to come back. What do we have after Civil War? Doctor Strange or Spider-Man?
Yeah, Doctor Strange. I mean, it's kind of a one-off. I mean, Dormammu is kind of almost a waste in that because he only shows up at the last few seconds.
Correct. And I mean that's it. But then they built something in the post-credit and never went back to it.
Oh, dude, yeah, that's probably one of the most disappointing.
Oh yeah,
ends up for a post-credit ever because that's great.
I was excited for that.
I was like, holy shit, this is going to be epic, and then they never went back to it. I was like, then we get that multiverse of madness bullshit. This is so terrible.
Let's not do
because I love the first Doctor Strange movie.
Yeah. And I watched it reluctantly, and afterwards I was like, I really enjoyed this. I watched it at work because I had I didn't have a choice. I had to sit and watch this movie because I'm at work, and it was enjoyable. I was like, holy shit, this is actually really good.
That was probably that and the Iron Man series have been the biggest drop-offs for me. Going from Doctor Strange to Multiverse of Madness and going from Iron Man 2 to Iron Man 3.
Yeah.
It's like, oof.
What was it? Okay, so Vulture and...
Vulture stuck around. He's one of the ones that I think... He's one of the villains I think they did a lot of due diligence for, as Keaton.
So, but it's like, okay, he's there, but he's not there. It's are we going to get him used again? Is the question.
I wouldn't.
We don't count Morbius.
No, I wouldn't be surprised if Keaton shows up in Brand New Day.
He should.
I think that would be appropriate.
Yeah, I agree.
Especially since Gargan, who supposedly is coming in Brand New Day, Scorpion, showed up in Homecoming. I mean,
that's
one of the arms dealers that Keaton was dealing with.
I mean, he approached him in the post credits,
and
we heard that
Yeah, and they hinted at all the other characters in the beginning. I mean, they hinted at Miles's uncle becoming Prowler. They hinted at multiple versions of the Shocker, and they hinted at I mean, he was a background character, but they did the Tinkerer to invent everything. I mean, that was fucking awesome. He could easily be a background character.
So Kevin Feige did say that Sony told him that Miles is off limits for now.
Yeah, for now.
We need to.
They'll probably want to do some kind of resolution to the animated universe, which makes sense.
Until then, I have a theory on it. And I think I've shared that theory with you, and I probably shared it on here. That's going to be
because that got pushed back again. So
I believe they said 27
for Beyond,
which I'm fine with that.
I'm fine. Yeah, as long as they nail the animation and they give some good characters, I'm good with that.
I think, and my theory is that they're gonna use that, and then a post credit to that, depending on when it comes out, puts him in live action.
Okay, I mean, because Uncle Aaron does show up in the second movie, the second animated movie.
Secret Wars will be in 2027.
Yep, that makes sense.
It kind of can connect. Perhaps we'll see. That's my theory.
I'm curious which is going to end up coming out first before those, because I know those will shift.
Oh yeah,
almost certainly that's 2 years from now.
Yeah, because
they give dates now, but there's almost no way there's going to stay.
Tentatively June.
Yeah,
of 2027.
It would make sense for both of those to be summer releases, really. But you'd want some spacing in between them too for theater ticket dollars.
Yeah. So I think what Secret Wars, I believe, was supposed to be May.
Okay, that makes sense for the free comic book day
and then
release.
And then you go into the third Spider-Verse movie in
afterwards.
June.
Okay.
So it could work. It could happen. But yeah, so like as we look at a lot of these villains, it's like there are quite a few one-offs that you can justify being a one-off. So what we have, so we go to Black Panther, Killmonger. I feel like you could have done more with him.
Yeah,
there could have been a lot more done with him.
Well, but they kind of explore that a little bit they end up using him in what's it called?
Wakanda Forever. I mean,
well, no, not in Wakanda Forever. They end up using him more in the animated.
In What If?
In What If, yeah.
Well, yeah, but I mean that's a
alternate,
Elseworld story, if you will. So it's like, but not exactly. I mean, I feel like he could have been still better used alive, because they do bring him back in Wakanda Forever, but it's an afterlife thing, and it's like,
that's true.
Not quite, buddy. We he's the kind of character that's like, all right, you defeated him now, but he's clever enough. He's going to keep coming back. Like, you've got it. I mean, I guess they did. They're like, oh, we got to kill this dude because he ain't going to stop. Don't T'Challa stab him. And he did. And like, oh, why you got a black on black crime? Y'all got to chill, son. Out here fucking around. Got us killing each other. Like the Chicago.
Okay, so I was just looking up really briefly. Nick Cage in the noir, Spider-Man noir, is supposed to be slated sometime next year. So that I wasn't sure if that was coming out before. So that's still coming out prior to Beyond and prior to
Secret Wars.
So
I'd be curious to see what's going on with that. And like,
I don't know if that's completely his own thing. It just ties because it's Nick Cage, or if it's going to tie back to the Spider-Verse movies or not. I think it might, because it's going to be live action.
Because he wasn't in the second Spider-Verse.
No, but he did. Yeah, it says he's going to be in the third because he shows up at the very end of the second one.
He does?
When they do the team shot and they're going to go get Miles, it shows Peter B. Parker getting the team back together, which includes Gwen and includes him and Peter Parker and the anime girl that has the spider robot. Yeah, Penny Parker that has the spider robot. Yeah, he shows up. He's in the group at the very end. Huh. He doesn't have any dialogue, but he's there.
I mean, I have eyes, so I don't need to hear him talk. I just don't remember seeing him. But
he only shows up in the last couple seconds. That's it.
Now I got to go back and watch that tonight.
Yeah, he's one shot.
Just like I turned on Shudder last night. Halloween was just starting. You know I got to watch it.
The original?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, anytime that comes on, I'm watching it. Like, and it was like 1 a.m. at this point. I was like, well, I'm going to sit through this whole thing and watch all of it. And then I suffered this morning.
Yeah.
I went to work.
Oof.
Had 3 Red Bulls and was like, all right. Hope my heart don't pop. No, I didn't have that many Red Bulls. I had 1 and a donut. But yeah, so basically the ugly to me is like the treatment of the villains. Because they're like, and I guess like, yeah, there are quite a few that are one-offs that should be one-offs, but there are powerful villains that probably should be around.
Yeah, that are really good overarching villains they never brought back.
Yeah, they could reuse them for more stuff. So that's kind of, I guess kind of as a bonus ugly is like, again, why are we taking pregnant women into space?
That is an interesting story point because in the comics, traditionally Sue has gotten not sidelined, but she takes herself out of the game when she's trying to be going through pregnancy or going to have a young child. Like she's not necessarily in the fight, so to speak.
Yeah, so a little silly, but whatever. It works. I still enjoyed the movie. It was like worth it for me to see it in theater, and I honestly didn't think I was going to go see it in theater, but there's a lot of times that spoiler effect comes into play, and I'm like, I got to see this because if some shit happens, I don't want to get spoiled.
Yeah,
let me just catch it now.
Yeah, I'm glad I got a chance to see it.
So then that's the only reason why I will go see most MCU films in theater is the
spoiler.
The spoiler. Yeah. Eternals wasn't one of them. I didn't care.
I mean, there wasn't a whole lot of spoilers in Eternals.
Yeah, there was nothing I cared about
because the Blade moment hasn't even happened yet. If it even happens at all,
it's not going to. They said it's back.
I mean, Blade and Armor Wars are like the two things that are like, are those actually happening? Or not?
Ironheart though was kind of one of those ones that was debated, and then it just pops up.
Well, Ironheart was shot. It's a couple years old at this point, and now they just put it out.
Well, yeah, but they're still kind of like, I don't know if this is actually going to come out. And then they're just like, they got quiet. And it was like, just put it out.
They put it out once. And Eyes of Wakanda just came out.
They put out the first three and then the next
and it's
3.
6, right? Okay, because I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, Eyes of Wakanda, we watched. We didn't finish it.
How many episodes is that?
I think it's 4. We watched 3.
Did they put out all at once or okay?
I mean, there might be more, but there was 4 when we turned it on. We watched 3 of them.
Okay, so you got to go back and finish it.
It was fine.
Okay,
I mean, it kind of spans over time.
Okay, good. So it shows the societal. That's what I was hoping for with that.
And like,
I'm hoping it wasn't just going to do Wakanda now, post Wakanda forever. I was hoping they'd show a little bit of the buildup of the society.
So like things like this, Sarah definitely has to watch because she enjoys it. But it's like, look, you watch it and tell me what happened because I'm about to take a nap. Like, and I definitely went to sleep. It was like I woke up like, oh shit, what's happening?
Oh no, it's not that bad.
No, it wasn't that it was bad. It's just like, I honestly didn't care. Like,
and then what else is coming? Marvel Zombies, I won't really care about.
My daughter,
Sophie will want to see that.
Maybe I'll do a bonus like horror episode with her because she's been wanting to do another one. Yeah. We're gonna do because next year is the theme is horror TV, so we're gonna do Scooby Doo. Where are you?
Nice.
And are
like
you afraid
the classic stuff or the live action?
The classic. Okay. Well, that's what it's called. Scooby Doo. Where are you?
Okay.
And then we're gonna do Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Okay. Cool.
And she's watched she's watched quite a few of them, but. Kids today don't have an attention span. Well, actually, she watches quite a few TV shows where she sits for them, but like we're trying to get her to have like watch it, absorb it, and like because she's like, I want to do a podcast. I was like, about what? What do you want to do a podcast about?
Yeah, what are you going to talk about? Like, she just wants to be on mic.
Yeah, well, no, she has a lot to fucking say, as do I. That's why I'm always here just talking shit. Like
that's why you have like, was it 6, 7 shows now?
Yeah, I mean, there's talks about 2 others, but
oh my god. Dante, you gotta sleep sometime.
I was talking with a previous guest about doing like a 30-minute once a month thing.
Oh, okay.
And then I was talking to 2 other individuals about potentially doing just a weekly 30-minute, just kind of, and it's a hard cut at 30. Like 30 minutes hit, we're done. Like if we got anything else to say, we'll say it off air. But at 30, we cut off. And I've actually not really felt like continuing the conversations just because it's got to be something where you have to have your time available.
Yeah, it's true. Mm-hmm.
And And like one of the individuals that I kind of floated the idea to, I appreciate their respect for, because it's like, look, you do a lot of shit, and I don't want to fuck up your time. I know you work at this, and you work hard. So I was like, I don't though. I don't work hard at this. I just turn on the mic and I say funny words, and then sometimes they get me in trouble. So like, I don't even be editing half the shit, and then when I don't edit, I'm like, I probably should edit that. And then the ones I edit are like, yo, why'd you edit that?
Yeah,
I don't know.
People tune in to see how ridiculous you get, Dante.
Yeah, maybe. That like now you're just enabling me. So, all right. So overall, your score on it again?
I said 8 out of 10. It's worth a watch. I'm glad I saw it in theaters. Far from perfect, but it was good.
I'll go 8.5.
It was
fun.
I wasn't sure what to expect going in, so
yeah,
it was pleasant.
Yeah, like I go 8.5 on it. And I think part of that the extra 5 comes in where I didn't have an expectation, and going in with no expectation, it actually exceeded whatever that non-expectation was, because I was like,
I enjoyed it.
Not that I thought it was going to be a shit show, but I just felt like I was going to not care. But walking out of there feeling like I gave a fuck about that family.
Yeah, that was cool.
But I was like, oh, wow, this was good. I appreciate them. So what? Hold on, dude. Did I eat dinner?
I got to eat after this, so
I don't know if I ate dinner.
We wrap up soon.
Fuck, I have to text Sarah and ask her, did we eat dinner? Because I did. What the fuck do we have though? Oh, ham. Some ham.
Oh, wow. All right, cool.
What's the sweet potato? Like
okay.
Like sweet potato, like chopped up and like some shit. I was like, yo,
right,
that's
cool.
how like, I mean, because I'm used to having pizza on Friday, but I gotta kind of eat lighter when I train on Saturday mornings.
Okay, gotcha.
So it's always an interesting thing, because then I go in, I'm like super cranky, and I try to bite people because I'm hungry. All right, I real quick want to address this comic book thing, this thought. And
I know you also want to talk about the mid-credit scene or whatever.
Oh yeah, let's talk about the mid-credit thing before I go into this comic book thing, because like we're all over the place, Phil. So you weren't thrilled about the mid-credit.
I was hoping.
Give me your feelings.
Well, after the end, the post credit for Thunderbolts, or the mid credit for Thunderbolts, the general assumption was they were going to find a way to tie it to that, because they showed the Fantastic Four ship at the end of Thunderbolts, and I was like, okay, they didn't bother to do that at all. They gave a throwaway Doctor Doom shot where you don't see his face, so you don't know who it is. A lot of people will assume it's Downey Jr., but it doesn't necessarily have to be. Downey Jr. as a Hail Mary save the MCU move by the company is seemingly going to be a multiversal version of Doom, not necessarily the Doom from their universe.
Yeah.
So I think they kind of could have had an interesting twist there if they showed a Doom that wasn't Downey, and they've already announced him as a Doctor Doom, so that could add to the multiversal element if they had shown somebody who wasn't Downey. Like, maybe they don't have somebody cast in that role yet, or maybe, I mean, it felt like half-hearted. Like, it felt like they felt forced into having a Doom in there, but I don't think they needed to, because they had already alluded to Latveria in the what is it, the U.S. Congress or Senate conference, where Latveria is purposely, noticeably absent. They leave the camera on that seat purposefully.
So I will say, for that, as we were talking before about Dr. Doom, and I was like, well, I think Dr. Doom's known. And you're like, well, maybe not. And I was like, but having that privilege of being in the culture, that's a bias there. Yeah. So I think that played kind of a twofold purpose. So seeing that the seat was empty, we get that. There might be folks who are watching
who don't know Latveria. Even if they know the name Dr. Doom, they may not know the name Latveria tied to him.
Correct. So I'll give them a pass on that, and then putting him there at the end. So I think, honestly, there's a quick panic for the MCU when they announced Downey as Doctor Doom, because I feel like if you don't do that, you can probably still like regain trust without bringing him back.
Yeah, but you have to do it more slowly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, even what they're doing now, because like I actually keep forgetting that he's even supposed to be Doctor Doom. Like, I'm not even thinking about him as Doctor Doom. I'm just thinking about Doctor Doom.
I mean,
I'm not thinking about him as Doctor
and does
Doom.
he show up next year for Doomsday, or does he hold off until Secret Wars?
I mean,
well, I forget what he was announced for. Was he announced for Doomsday, or was he announced only for Secret Wars?
It was Doomsday.
Okay.
So, I'm not sure what's going on with Secret Wars, but he was announced for Doomsday.
And that's coming next. I mean, that's next year.
So, I think with the post-credit in its connection to Thunderbolts, both these were shot by, post-credits were shot by the Russos.
Oh, really? Oh, see, I didn't know that. I thought they were shot by...
So it's believed to be similar to Ant-Man, where that post-credit, was it in Ant-Man? I think it was post-credit Ant-Man, was actually a scene from Civil War.
Yeah. Oh, for Quantumania?
No. The original, the first.
The original Ant-Man. Okay.
There was a post-credit where they had Bucky, I believe, or maybe but there was a scene that was a post-credit, ended up being in the next movie.
Okay.
And I believe that was for Civil War.
I mean, I could see this being in Doomsday. Yes.
So, but both these post-credits were shot by the Russos.
Okay.
And it's believed that these are supposed to be scenes
from Doomsday coming up.
Correct.
Okay.
So, and I'm fine with that because I don't need
some special scene. If you have something already shot, ready to go, fine, and you just cut it in there for an audience tease, whatever.
Yes. I also I think the thing with the post credits, and I feel like there's kind of we're spoiled by them at this point, but I do feel like with the post credits, it should be like, okay, they did the Thunderbolts post credit. It's kind of to let us know Fantastic Four is next. Mm-hmm. And then now, granted, I wanted a little bit more from that, but again, this is supposed to be a scene from Doomsday.
But at least in the Thunderbolts credit, they gave a lot of context of other events going on besides that, because they're alluding to they do in dialogue the fight over the Avengers' rights to the name. With with Sam Wilson.
And again, some post credits will give you that detail, and some are just like a little nod to we're going to this next, and it's fine. I feel like they should be that, where not every post credit has to be like that one. I think it was important to kind of establish the time, because it's much later. Yes, to fight over the rights, because that was already something that was being discussed anyway, or alluded to. And then you now get an interdimensional
like wormhole or something.
Yeah, something's coming through. So it's it gives us three big things there, and that's fine. And maybe honestly, maybe that was too much. So now we go into the next post credit, and we want so much more. When maybe
all right, that's fair.
And maybe it should have just
because it was I assumed that they were going to link to that somehow, and they didn't.
I think that's the thing though. For me at least, I did not. I honestly thought that the post credit that we're going to get here, was probably going to be Doom related.
Okay.
And I'm not sure what I was expecting, but him doing what he did, I was like, okay, you know what? That's fine for me, because I'm not sure.
It was fine. I just
I don't know what else I was going to be wanting from this besides a whole nother movie. It's don't give me a post credit, just give me fucking Doomsday. Give me the next thing, dickhead.
So you bring up an interesting point, because I didn't realize that the Russo brothers directed both those post credits. I thought the Russo brothers themselves weren't coming back to direct until Secret Wars. So are they directing Doomsday as well?
They're doing both of them.
They're doing both.
Because they're being shot kind of how Infinity War and Endgame.
Okay.
They're going back to back.
I expect Doomsday to lead right into Secret Wars the next year, but I wasn't sure if it was the Russos directing both or not.
So my concern with that, though, much how Infinity War and then Endgame... Look,
how messy is Endgame going to be by the time they get, or how messy is Secret Wars going to be by the time they get there?
I absolutely adored Infinity War.
Yeah, I liked Infinity War a lot, and I'm not so.
Endgame.
I'm not a huge fan of Endgame.
That first hour, I was okay with it. That third hour, I was okay with it. That middle part, but it's because time travel. Time travel is really messy, and that's just something you can't just fucking.
It seemed like they were using a Band-Aid for something there.
We got to go fix this. Where you had a fix, I guess, technically, but you didn't because they hadn't introduced Warlock yet, Adam Warlock yet. Yeah. So we don't have Magnus.
They seemed to be doing a Band-Aid because they didn't want to have as many new characters in there. I think, I don't know.
It probably. I mean, I get that, but it's it didn't even have to be new characters. They I mean, you had 2 Guardians movies before this.
Yeah.
That could have easily been set up.
Yeah.
And not even like in a grand scale. You could have really done them. Like, I mean, was it the first post-credit or was it the second post-credit? One of the post-credits of Guardians, whether it was 1 or 2, they introduced like, hey, Adam Warlock's coming.
That was the second one where they had.
Second one.
That's him called.
So that's a little tricky then.
Yeah.
Because you don't have another film before that to really put him into Ragnarok.
Yeah.
At the very least, you can still allude to it a little bit there, perhaps. But Endgame was just very, very messy, and I don't know. Like after watching it the first time, I was like, okay, I enjoyed it. It's fine. But then I go back and rewatched it.
The Endgame is kind of like No Way Home for me. There's a lot of eye candy and audience highs in there based on visuals alone.
Yeah.
Like I think No Way Home pulled it off a little better than Endgame did.
I agree.
But
I think also it was a shorter movie.
Yeah, it's a shorter movie, and No Way Home is playing on almost a longer range of nostalgia than Endgame was because it brought in went all the way back to fucking Tobey Maguire.
Yeah. But I'm concerned with Secret Wars.
Yeah, I am too. I have concerns.
But I also think you can kind of get away with being a little sloppy with Secret Wars.
Yeah, if you're doing a multiversal thing and you're opening up a whole bunch of you can get. I think that's a little bit sloppier than a time travel thing, and it can allow for a little more sloppiness.
Yeah, like it's allowable just
because you can have characters pop in and they don't necessarily have to make sense in the universe as long as they go away by the end.
Correct.
That's it. So, and it can still be a reset point.
Yeah, because they said after Secret Wars, this is going to be a soft reboot.
Yeah.
So who knows what we're getting? We know we're getting mutants. That's for sure. And they're saying basically it's going to be different than anything we've had before with X-Men. So
we'll see.
It's tough to even imagine what that might be because it's like, okay, well they're not going to do any story that they've already done to kind of kick things off. So it's like, well, that's fine, but what are we getting?
Because what are you going to do?
Are we getting second Genesis?
Yeah, I don't know.
Because I'm okay with that, and then kind of have that jump off point where Claremont came in.
Okay, yeah.
And then you're doing kind of your stories from there. So you got that, then you got your. I really don't want them to do Dark Phoenix again, but if they're going to do it, I think they can do it correctly here.
Yeah, but that shouldn't be a starter movie.
No. I'm not saying a starter, but like that's down. So you have your second Genesis, and then after second Genesis, kind of your big story was Dark Phoenix. Hellfire Club, that stuff. 4 years later?
Yeah, I think
because that was I believe that was 8.
Yeah, I agree. Dark Phoenix should kind of remain untouched for a long time. I'd almost rather see a Hellfire Club than anything else.
And they can do that, but I mean, when you're doing that, they kind of almost go like rubbing elbows. So it's like if you're going to do it loosely. And then, I don't remember what came after that. Was it Days of Future Past? And we've already done that. So it's the fucked up thing is Fox started throwing all these cards on the table and was like, stop. Now they do have Mutant Massacre you can go with. You have Fall of the Mutants. You have Extinction Agenda. I like Executioner Song, no thanks. It's a little sloppy there. They could do that animated though, because they kind of have set things up in a weird way over there with X-Men 97. Yeah. Not necessarily for Executioner Song, but they've set up X-Men or not X-Men, Cyclops and Jean. Cyclops and Phoenix, that 4-issue run. So that's being set up. They're kind of setting up Age of Apocalypse, perhaps.
What I was wondering, because I was kind of surprised with the concept of introducing Mephisto, if they could do a version of Inferno.
Yeah, that was the other one I was missing.
Basically,
Inferno.
like Hell come to Earth. They wouldn't, and have it be Mephisto instead of Nazareth.
So I honestly would like if they went second Genesis, then they come in and do Hellfire Club with Inferno.
Okay, that'd be an interesting mix.
And then now you can go
to stories you've treaded on before and just do a better version of it.
I would even say don't even fuck with those. Just go to those next things. Fallen Mutants, Mutant Massacre, whatever the fuck comes down the line. Onslaught. if you want to, because this is MCU now. We've got everyone, but I would say save that way down the line where you're like, hey, so we're getting sloppy again. Let's reboot this bitch. Get rid of those non-mutant characters and send them to another send them to DC. Let them bitches use them for a minute.
Dude, you want to that would put some butts in seats if they did Marvel versus DC.
Oh my god, I'd jerk off in the studio, in the theater right there. It'd be like, it'd be all over the place. And I go up here to this theater where nobody will go. So, oh my gosh, it'd be a fucking field day. They'd be like, yo, what is that guy? He's been here to see this movie 4 times today.
Yeah.
It's like, he really likes this concept.
I mean, considering just the promo you could do for that, you could have people like voting on as to who will win, just like they did when brought back comics bookstores at the end of during the bubble when the bubble crashed in the 90s. That's what brought people back into the stores. That crossover event with people voting. Yeah,
I mean, they're about to do it now again. September, Batman and Deadpool's coming out. I mean,
all the variant covers for that are ridiculous, but they're great.
Like, I keep seeing the promos where I'm like, do I even want to fucking bother?
Yeah, I don't know.
I know I'm going to, but
that's something I would eventually read. I don't need to get in on the hype. I love the cover art.
Cap and Wonder Woman, Jeff the Land Shark and Crypto.
Yeah, I mean,
it's like because he's hot. He's a hot item right now. Both of them.
Did you see the Jay Lee one with Big Barda and Rogue? Big Barda's like super tall and she's holding Rogue at the end of like her throat or whatever. It's great. I was like, oh, that's a great cover.
Like I know I shouldn't want I'm going to buy.
Yeah,
but I shouldn't.
They did I think it was is it Emma and Catwoman? Cover, and I think that's I think it was J. Scott Campbell.
I like it.
That is, of course, Scott Campbell does a lot of sexy ladies in his artwork.
They're about to get more money out of me. I can't be doing the show. So,
anyway, you wanted to talk about comic books anyway.
I want to talk about comic books. So I've got a.
So you were okay with the post-credit scene? Get back to that real quick.
I was fine. I was fine with it. And then
because they obviously did a time jump. Franklin's like walking around. He's a child.
He's 5.
Yeah, he's. Over being
4 or 5.
Yeah, he's at the end of toddler stage, basically.
Yeah, because I think it said 4 years later.
Yeah.
And then in what's the other movie? Thunderbolts. They alluded to.
Yeah, they did a time jump too.
Yeah, I don't think it was that far.
No,
though. I think it was like 2 years or a year.
Oh, as just a quick Easter egg, I love the Jack Kirby reference with the date.
Oh yes,
for the 8/28. I was like, oh, that's a nice nod to Kirby.
Really, really cool.
That was cool.
And the original Fantastic Four all made cameos.
Oh, yeah. See, I didn't even catch. I heard they were going to be there, but I didn't even catch that. They were like in the crowd or something, right?
I think 2 of them were firefighters, and then the other 2 were in the crowd.
Okay, yeah.
So I was like,
I mean, that's cool to
good.
get them in there, give them some
I'm
flowers.
I'm going to be honest. I wish they would have brought all of them.
Yeah.
Jessica Alba put her out there somewhere.
I mean, Chris Evans already came back as Johnny one time for
Deadpool.
It again.
Let him show up for something else. I can never get enough Chris Evans. I've always liked him as an actor anyway. Like, what was it? The Losers, Push.
Dude, Push is a whole world I would love to explore. That was a really cool, like mid-budget action sci-fi movie that was like the X-Men without being the X-Men.
It doesn't get the love it deserves.
Yeah, that movie is great.
I
love the cast for that, and I love Dakota Fanning in there was hilarious. She was great.
Like. That movie is one of those movies where you put it on, and I remember the first time watching it, and it's kind of like, what am I watching? But now you're hooked.
Yeah, he's fantastic
because you need to know what is this, and the rewatch value on it, it's so good too. So it's worth it.
I can watch that movie over and over again. It's great.
So I got this beef with comics. You might actually know, Phil, because you're a knowledgeable guy. I don't know things, and I know there might be information, and I'm not going to go look it up unless ChatGPT probably would give it to me, but they also make something up too. Because
ChatGPT is wild.
We discussed this before recording that ChatGPT will make up a whole movie. When you ask for details on a movie, you say, "Hey,
it does not exist,"
and then it will make a new movie with a cast and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
it has nothing to do with what you asked for.
Yeah, I was floored. I was like, "This is actually a pretty good movie, though." I still have the link. I might actually do an episode on it.
Man.
It was like, hey, ChatGPT told me
doing a movie episode on the fake movies that ChatGPT
because it had something to do with. It was talk about voodoo. I was like, And then Sarah's like,
but it has nothing to do with skeleton key.
No, and Sarah's like, is this he's by you? He's like, no, not at all. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, no. But so my beef with comic books, and I've been thinking about this more lately because I'm back reading books. And the only real flights and tights I'm doing is really X-Men.
I mean, that's your wheelhouse. It's kind of like Spider-Man and Hulk is mine.
Well, so I am doing Ultimate Universe. So
so that's something I will want to read trades on eventually because I am interested in that.
It's this Ultimate Spider-Man is really good.
I've heard so much good about that, and about the world in general. I'm super curious about it.
So I was reading Ultimate Black Panther, but like I just have a hard time with Black Panther because like it's just like I'm not familiar with a lot of characters. Now they do have Storm over there. Yeah. I believe Moon Knight. I believe.
Really? Okay.
It's not terrible. It's just it's like okay. Well, I'm really,
you don't know enough of the side character lore to be invested.
Yes. Now
but X-Men, you pretty much know everybody.
But even in that one though, it's like I don't because it's not at all connected.
Right.
Ultimate Wolverine is actually where you're getting like the mutants that you
know. That's the only X-Men. I know he's the gimme X-Men. But
so the latest
his version of the look for the costume, I was like, oh, sold. That looks awesome.
Yeah, like so he's the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I mean it totally makes sense.
And like the latest issue, I was not expecting what happened. I'm
sure there's some good rug pulls.
I was like, holy shit!
I mean, remember when they did the first Ultimates universe and Wolverine was technically the bad guy, and it infiltrating the X-Men for Magneto until he reveals himself, until he falls in love with Jean and befriends the rest of the team.
It's always the redheads.
Oh, of course. I mean, it's Jean. Jean's a fox.
Always redhead Spice. Like I guess apparently she was Ginger Spice, and I thought we weren't allowed to call them those, but whatever.
Ginger Spice was a pretty hot stuff back then.
Dude, I like Black Spice. You know, little biased here.
All the Spice Girls were pretty hot, but
I like
Ginger was a fave. Definitely,
I like Black Spice, and I don't think I appreciated her enough back then. But I was on the hype train with the Ginger Spice though, because it was like, oh, the redhead, and she's got the energy. But I noticed I was because Sophie loves the Spice Girls, so we're like,
oh, really?
She is crazy about the Spice Girls. It's like they're almost overwhelming. It's like, yo, you gotta chill, chill, because I think Black Spice got herpes, so you gotta chill.
All right, so getting back to what your beef is with comic books.
Oh, no,
we got to wrap up soon.
I got the Spice Girls thing though. Like they were doing the video for us, Spice Up Your Life. Okay. But it was like a concert video. Okay. So they moved Ginger Spice all the way to the end because I guess that was kind of like that focal point. It's like we need to like put focus on other girls, and she's all the way at the end, but her energy was so high. It's like you can't help but notice. Like okay, well, she's got that high.
She got that movement going.
She's got that high energy. But so my beef with comic books right now, and not just right now, but forever. So growing up, we'd get a run, right? So we get Amazing Spider-Man 400. We get Uncanny X-Men 300. We would get.
Oh, you mean like anniversary issues?
Well, not even just, but we'd have runs, like long runs, like the story continues. It goes.
Goes for like a year or more. Yeah.
Well, I mean, just in general, a run of a title.
Okay.
So Amazing Spider-Man made it up to 400 and beyond.
Not just how they number issues. Gotcha.
So, okay. But then we started getting these volume 2. So, like, I think what just dropped. I guess
you mean the resets in numbering.
Yeah, they just like that. And I was like, dude, and I get it, I guess, because it's like here's your jump on point as a new reader. Number one issues are always going to spike sales.
Yeah, and they're desperately trying to grab new readers because comic readership is down. And it has been for a long time.
They write better stories.
But I mean,
and the thing is,
some of the stories they're doing, not every story, but some of the stories they're doing are good.
I agree.
Yeah.
But I think also too, again, it's like you know, like I guess it's a lot of retcon stuff too, or like so I guess the newest,
but because they're keeping these characters eternally young, that's gonna happen.
Yeah,
that's gonna be a trope of at least American comic books, which I know is why Joey says he hates them. But
I agree. I agree. And I remember thinking about this years ago. It was like they need to just age these fucking characters and kill them and grow with you know, it's like just fucking grow up. It's just like, well, but we got to do this, we got to do that. It's like, well, look, you and I, we're older now. We've been reading comics since our since we're in short pants.
Yeah.
And now we're at an age where it's like, okay, sure, it would be nice to kind of keep, you can kind of still keep those Elseworld stories when we get Peter Parker at whatever age. But, and they're like, but we got to get those new readers in and bring them in on Spider-Man, and it's like, you can do that though. Like, I mean, even in Ultimate Spider-Man, Richard Parker, Peter and Mary Jane's son, he's a big character. And they're going to do big things with that character.
Cool.
But
they've had reset points while keeping the original stuff going before, like when they did the first Ultimate Universe in 2000s. That was a complete reset where Parker was a teenager again.
Yeah.
And they had the X-Men with brand new characters. Mutants were a new thing.
Yeah, and I mean, and that was the first time, at least that I know of, where we got a full reset. And I was like, okay, this is fine.
And they still kept the primary 616 universe going separately.
And again, those things are fine. Two things can be right at the same time. But now it's like a constant, like, all right. So, because they just...
A constant rebrand reset.
They just redid Spider-Man #1, and then 50 some odd issues later, Spider-Man #1 again. And they're like, well, this run, we're going to probably hit that 1,000 legacy numbers. Like, well, we'll just keep the fucking numbers. So we would have just hit 1,000. And it would have been cooler. Because even X-23, her Wolverine books, on issue 7 was her legacy 75th issue.
No, really? Okay.
And it's like...
I mean, they did that for Venom, too, because... Well, Venom was one of the first titles they kept on doing that with, where they kept on just doing miniseries for a long time. And Deadpool did that, too, for a long time.
Yeah. And the thing is with those, I mean, I guess, again, I get it. And I know I'm in, the minority here as kind of a on-again, off-again reader. I was like, this shit bugs me because it's like, all right, like, should I care about this? Because you're telling me I should care about this. But why should I care about another Spider-Man #1? Like, and that's why I missed on Ultimate Spider-Man #1. Because, like, why should I fucking care? And then I came in on it late, and,
Yeah, because at that point, you don't know which ones are the ones that are going to be worth your time.
Yeah, and I mean, I'm glad that I got into Ultimate Spider-Man, Ultimate X-Men, the Ultimates. I started with Ultimate Black Panther. I think I got up to issue 7, and, it was still fine. Wolverine, what I think I think they're talking about they're gonna, it's 2 years. They're gonna run 2 years with the Ultimate Universe, but I think they're doing an Ultimate Hawkeye. And I'm like, well, I hope we're not gonna get 24 issues of that, because I'm not buying that one. Like y'all gotta chill. Like I got Image Comics to buy too. Like,
Marvel doesn't want you to buy Image Comics. They want you to buy only Marvel Comics.
Well, then they need to write better stories. I mean, that Ultimate Spider-Man is a fun read, dude. Yeah. And Ultimate X-Men it's fine.
What about the Ultimates themselves? So their version of the Avengers?
Ultimates is fine. Okay. I'm still getting them in my pull box, and I'm picking them up each month. And I'm 2 issues behind on the Ultimates, which I actually have them down here because they've been sent upstairs. But I just got the newest issue, and I was like, oh shit, so I'm behind an issue. Shit, I gotta go back and read that now. Those are fine. And I think that's why I'm kind of like, I'm going to stick with this, because this is a thing here. Now, I know there's stuff that's before, but this is a thing here. I'm going to run with this thing. And then some of the Image and Boom Studio things that I'm reading, they're like they're 5 issues.
Yeah, a lot of those will go miniseries.
And I'm fine with that because I know there's a beginning and an end, and then I can move to something else. And if they bring back another run of it, I can get back into it. But it's not like, again, how many times we're going to kill Captain America? How many times are we going to kill Thor? How many times are we going to humanize Thor? It's like, you did this before, and it was fine before, but doing it again, it feels cheap now. Stop it. And sure, it's like, well, that 15-year-old who's reading comics now, well, he didn't get to experience that before. Yeah, but he can go get the trade. Like, you don't got to do this shit again and fucking clog up my fucking comic book fucking store now, or these fucking weirdos on Wednesday. That's why I go on Thursday, like, because I go in there on a Wednesday at 11 o'clock when they open, and it's not like packed like a Saturday, but it's quite a few people to the point where my anxiety starts acting up, and now they got just chill. Like, knock it off. Not everybody needs a new #1 issue. Like, we got another Black Cat #1 coming out soon. It's like
Black Cat's always been a miniseries ever since she started too.
Well, this is now ongoing.
I mean, it's been quote unquote ongoing before.
Well, but that's what I mean though. They keep doing it. It's like ongoing, and then it stops at like issue 36.
Yeah.
And I get part of that is like, well, the numbers aren't what they thought it would be, so they're going to cut it off, and then don't bring it back then. Like, obviously, they're not strong enough.
Or if you're going to bring it back, don't bring it back like 6 months. Wait a full 2 years and then bring it back.
Yeah, give it some time.
Or if you're going to bring the character back, bring it as a side character in a main book, build up the character, and then give it a new series.
Yeah.
Don't say, oh, we're doing a new #1 next month after 36 issues and your book has been canceled. It's like, what the fuck?
So that's the thing that got me with this new Amazing Spider-Man run, because I picked up issue 1 through 3.
Okay.
And it was like, this is a new jump on point. It was like, this doesn't really... It just felt like, as I'm reading, it was like...
it felt like a continuation of the old story.
Or and it's like, I don't... Like, y'all could have just kept the numbering.
Yeah.
Like, you dick face.
And when it comes to anniversary issues to bump up sales, they're going to go back to legacy numbering anyway.
Yeah.
At least for one issue.
Yeah, well, because when that issue 1000 comes up, which should be 2026...
I mean, that's something I'll want to get hands on.
It's like, okay. Well, I mean, and then another thing, and I know this is marketing and sales and stuff, but all our variants. And,
that's a big thing. It's been a big thing for years. You're not going to close that down.
It has. I know that. And don't get me wrong. Like with...
and artistically, I appreciate that, to show all the different artists that do stuff. Like, I think that's really cool.
Stray Dogs and Feral, I love the variants because they're horror movie homages.
Yeah, so that's why I like a lot of even for Marvel and DC, the variants I really like are the homage variants.
Yeah, like those I will take. So when DC did it back with New 52, they had a bunch of movie posters.
Yep,
it was like I'll run with it.
For Marvel, we'll do the action figure variants where it looks like the front of the cover is an action figure. Or the trading card variants where it looks like a Marvel trading card is awesome.
When Marvel did the hip hop variants,
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that.
I got almost all of them.
That's cool.
Because I was like, I gotta. Wait, actually, is it up there? Yeah, I got the one up there on the wall.
Okay.
Miles Morales. I think it's off maybe Nas's first album or second album.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, and then you got Black Panther doing Jay-Z's Black album. You had the X-Men doing Ghetto Boys. Like I feel like they missed out on.
I mean,
there's one that the easy one that they missed was Ghostface Killer and Raekwon for Iron Man and War Machine.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, who'd you do? Like, was it be Ghost Rider or would it be?
And they missed on that one. And I was just like, oh, you.
Or I mean, could you do Ghostface Killer as like the Punisher symbol for like a chest shot? I mean, for Frank Castle.
You could, but his first album was called Iron Man.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
That's
true.
what I was like. You have like the one.
Yeah, it seems like a miss.
That's like an underhand pitch. Knock that out the park. But either way, it's fine. But like, there's some variants where I'm like, okay, but there's a point where like I'll go on Key Collector and it's like, oh, look at the variants. There's like 15 variants. I'm like, dog, like,
yeah, and a fair amount of them are ratioed.
Yeah,
so
it's like I just want this, but when Pharaoh
and there are variants that never hit comic stores either because they're specifically online only.
Yeah, I mean,
like I managed to pick a Venom variant from my favorite artist Mark Bagley at Baltimore Comic Con one year. That was I think it's a Black Scorpion variant because it's only an online company and it's a Bagley cover that I didn't have. I was like, what the hell is that? And I ended up picking it up there because it's the only way I could get it.
So the current run of Venom with Mary Jane as Venom.
Oh, yeah.
Was it issue 5, I guess they revealed?
Yeah.
And I looked at the variant cover with her, like, revealed. Because there's, like, the regular, and then there's the variant with her. And I looked at that, and I was like, I should probably buy that just for the sake of, like, collector purpose. I was like, no, because I don't care. Because, like, that's the thing I do have an issue with myself personally. It's like, I don't want to buy an issue if I'm not going to...
If you're not going to enjoy it.
Yeah, I want to at least look at it and know what's going on. And I passed on, and that sold quick.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, then Wolverine, the new Wolverine run, number 8, there's a variant, and I looked at that. I was like, I should get that, and I can't remember why I didn't pick it up.
What was the cover?
I'd have to show it to you.
Okay.
There's a second print, and I picked up the second print. But I looked at that. I was like, I should get this, and then something happened. I actually had to leave. I went back, and they were all gone.
Yeah.
And
a lot of the variants are pretty hot.
Like, immediately, I'm like, well, aftermarket. Next day.
Good luck.
$50.
Yep. Aftermarkets for variants is ridiculous.
Holy shit.
And if you're talking ratio aftermarkets, that skyrockets because they're already printed to be rarer.
But it's just like the like renumbering is my biggest issue, because it's like, and again, I guess I get it, but at the same time, it's like, look, Spawn is still running on whatever number it is.
Yeah, they're past 300 now.
Yeah, I think Savage Dragon is as well. It's like,
and Savage Dragon has been like the original's dead now, and it's his son that's the new Savage Dragon.
Still keep it running.
Yep.
But
Eric Larson said he'll never renumber as long as he's writing.
And I don't know. I just feel.
I think he said he does have an end point in mind for what he wants to do with the character.
Well,
and have it actually end.
And that was one thing I liked about Walking Dead. Is like they didn't tell us that was going to end when it ended.
Yeah, it's just
they even did solicitations.
Yeah.
For like additional.
I
months.
mean, they did it on purpose, but
that was disguised on purpose. They did solicitations just to fuck with people. It's like, okay, we got these books coming up. And then when you read, spoiler alert, Rick dies, it's like...
that's the end of the series.
Well, he had 2 more issues.
Okay, but still.
But it was like, essentially, like, oh, shit. Like,
your main character's gone. Like, what are you doing now?
And it was on some bullshit. Like, he got killed on some bullshit. Like, some jealousy. It's like, this man went through everything to get killed on some jealousy. Like, somebody was petty and killed this man. And then I think...
That was it.
Then the next issue was kind of like the aftermath, and then the final issue was many years in the future with Carl, raising his family with Sophia. So it was like, damn, they just threw that at me. Y'all couldn't even warn me. It was like, well, that's the point, bitch. It wasn't like we ended on issue 200 and issue 193.
Yeah.
Like, so it wasn't even
I
like
think Kirkman wanted to end on an off issue. Yeah. Basically. He didn't want to end an anniversary. He didn't want to... I think he did the same thing with Invincible. Like, he didn't end in like an anniversary issue. It was like, 156 or something?
Yeah, it's just a random number.
Yeah, just a random number. Okay, we're done.
Which is fine. I'm okay with that. But it just keep the shit running. Quit renumbering. Quit confusing me, because like if I go pick up a book, it's like, hey, let's get Spider-Man.
Yeah, if you're a collector and you're trying to go back on what you missed and you don't know what the difference between volume 5 and volume 6 is because they're numbered all the same.
Yeah.
Well, fuck.
Yeah.
So I think Marvel, I don't know if DC has done this, but Marvel has put like a little legacy numbering in some of the titles. Not every single one though.
So
if you're paying attention, you can know, okay, this is the order of the storyline.
Yeah, so they'll do it from time to time,
or it'll pop up here and there. So you have a touchstone point for legacy numbering.
X Factor just hit issue 300.
Oh, okay,
but legacy number, and it was like legacy number 300. I mean, I just happened upon like as I'm reading, I was like, oh, this is issue 300. Nothing special happened. It was just 300. All right. No, why do I need to fucking know? All right, move on with my life. And I don't know. That's just my gripe with the comic book collecting world and community. But I also complain. It was like, I really don't read a lot of Flights and Tights. It's like the Ultimate Universe, and then it's like I look from time to time. I look. I was like, another fucking Batman #1. The fuck. Well, in Third Eye, Absolute Batman #1 was one I had no interest, but the one girl, she was like, you should check this out. So I was like, yeah, I'll give it a check. I have it. I didn't read it. And it's like, oh, it's worth $30 though, so I could sell it.
Yeah, I think.
So it counts for something.
I think the only 2 that haven't reset are Action Comics and Detective Comics. Yeah, 2 originals. Yeah, but all the other Superman and Batman titles have reset.
Yeah, it's kind of fucking dumb, but whatever. All right, well, Phil, it's been lovely having you here. I actually considered when you had texted me, I was like, we should try to do this and then try to do a horror pod, and we could have but all the time that we had talked, we could have technically done it, but I wasn't prepared for a horror episode because I didn't know what I was going to want to do, and I have to switch. We're going to do 1990 It versus 2017
I totally
It.
Forgot about that.
But, well, I mean, again, it's on me because I didn't reach out to anyone because I actually forgot where it was. I thought it was later in the year. And then when I looked, I was like, oh, shit, that's coming up. And I haven't talked to Joe. I haven't talked to you. I don't trust our car to make it out that far, even though it does fine. We went to Ocean City with it, or not Ocean City. I've never been to Ocean City. We went to Assateague.
Oh, okay.
Just relax. I've never been there, and I'm not going.
Not
going to Ocean City, so fuck off.
I've never been to Ocean City, Jersey, but I've been to Ocean City, Maryland.
Been to Ocean City, Jersey.
Oh, wow. That's a switch.
Well, I didn't know I was going there because I didn't know that was a thing. So when we were going, I was like, why are we on the Jersey Turnpike? This was like back in 2003.
Okay.
So, we didn't have cell phones with the GPS. So, like, we were using MapQuest maps. Like,
hey, man, I used to use those all the time.
Like, we should not have. We got lost very badly.
We got lost going to Atlantic City using that one.
It turned into a 5-hour drive, and we're in the middle of nowhere at like midnight. And Sarah's boss, like, he had to come out and find us.
Oh no!
And then we got to the beach house, like, blew up the air mattress, then fucked, and then went to the beach in the morning.
It sounds like it wrapped up just fine then.
Right in the middle of the living room. It's like, all right, let's go ahead and get this in real quick. I think I'm hungry, Phil. I got to get out of here.
I got to get out of here too. I'm hungry too.
I know you're hungry, Phil. I can see you just bit the microphone. But thank you for doing this, Phil.
It's fun.
Do appreciate you. Shout outs, mention. Let the folks know where they can find you.
I am on Nerdcast on X, Twitter, and
It's just Twitter.
it's just Twitter. Yeah,
It's just Twitter, Phil.
You can find me on there.
Nobody calls it X except for like Elon.
Yeah, it's true.
It's X. It's like, okay, Twitter boy. Like, relax. All right. Well, thank you for that, Phil. Be sure to put your links in there. I say that, but I don't be putting no links. I'll put your links in there. No, I don't. I tag you, but I don't put no links. Fuck them links. I guess I got to put some posts up on Facebook for Nerd Rage soon.
Yeah, Bobby will yell at you.
No, he can yell. He can yell if he wants.
You just repost the notes I put in the notes.
Yeah, that's what
chat.
I've been doing. When I see you post something, I'm like, all right, that's a good idea. Once in a while, I'll throw a meme up there. Like, hey, guys, funny. No, fuck y'all. And then I'll see certain people comment. I'm like, great. I'm going to read it. Some motherfucker says I'm going to go fucking beat them up. As always, to you guys, the listeners, thank you. If y'all have any questions, concerns, criticisms, please feel free to reach out. You can always find me at bjj.wiki on Instagram or Off the Mats Podcast as well on Instagram. I want to give a big shout out to our crew at the Nerd Rage Radio table. Bobby, Chris, Joe, Marilyn, Phil, Ricky Ticky, who else is there?
Farrell.
Chucky O, Farrell, and I don't know, there's a bunch of these. There's like so many motherfuckers. It's like the Wu-Tang. Like, these new members just keep showing up. I can't even spell some of the names. Like, y'all got albums. It's like, yo, you got an album? I didn't even know you was in the crew. But if it wasn't for Nerd Rage Radio, I probably wouldn't be doing a podcast. That's where I started off. And, whenever I go there, I don't want to talk about my shit. So I was like, let me make my own podcast, talk about my own shit. And here we are, talking about nerd shit.
Yeah. You want to catch us? You can also catch us on So You Like Horror. If you want to talk about horror shit.
Phil, I wasn't there yet. I wasn't there yet. I'd also like to give a shout out to my other podcast, So You Like Horror. See, that's the second shout out, Phil.
Uh-huh.
If you're into scary shit, go check it out. Phil's usually there. I don't know. Phil's probably, Phil, you don't.
I'm there from time to time.
You will be on the Halloween episode.
Okay.
That's a fact. We will be doing The Fly. So that's set for a December release. So we got to record that
at some point
in November. Honestly, we could do whenever we do the Halloween episode, we could do the Fly episode.
You might hear my voice pop up if he puts mine Chucky O's discussions about Predator and
honestly,
and Alien Earth.
Depending on where this is released, because I can't remember when it's supposed to come out, but that episode will be out the last Friday of August.
No, all right.
So, because we had an extra Friday that I wasn't aware of.
Uh-huh.
I was like, whoa, when we get another one?
Yeah.
Because I didn't schedule for that.
Chucky and I are both big Alien and Predator fans, so we cut a little half hour about Killer of Killers, the animated thing that came out on Hulu, and after we both watched the first 2 episodes of Alien Earth, they dropped on the... So
when you did the Killer of Killers episode, I listened to it,
okay.
And I don't know why in my brain I kept thinking it was Alien. So when I mentioned Alien as I was talking, you was like, I could see, like, you're typing the confusion. I was like, why is this motherfucker confused? He recorded it. Uh-huh. And then I thought, I was like, maybe that was a Predator thing. Maybe I got to go back and listen to it, like, with better detail, because I was listening to it while driving, and I was like, I'm digging this. All right, I'm interested in what you're telling me. And I was like, oh shit, they was talking about Predator? Fuck.
Yeah, we did the Killer of Killers one. We just did Alien Earth for the beginning of Alien Earth, and it just dropped.
Well, now that I know that, I'll be sure to put those names in different notes that I've been talking about, because I've been telling people, y'all, that episode's coming. I was like, yeah, they did some shit with Predator and Alien. Alien versus Predator? No, they didn't do that. But like, it's something to do with Predator and some fucking alien bullshit. Like, I don't know.
Because it's all on Hulu.
Yeah, like the Hulu episode. That's what it's going to be called. Hulu bonus episode. But yes, that's going to be coming out that last Friday of August. So if you are into horror, you can go check us out. So You Like Horror on Instagram. So You Like Horror, all words separated by underscores. And you can go find a podcast wherever you're listening to this at. Go check it out. And you won't regret it. Trust me. And then we'll get back to the remake versus originals theme. I just got to figure out what we're doing because we're not going to be doing 1990 It versus 2017 It. That's probably going to get scrapped because I'm going to be honest. I don't want to watch fucking It.
I mean, they're great movies, but that's a lot of rewatch.
I don't feel like doing that. So, but I know Carrie like I know how to spell my name.
Yeah, so if you already have something that you know pretty well, then...
Sucks because It won the vote and Carrie did not.
Oh, no! Oh, man, Dante's discounting the vote.
Fuck them. Like, recount, bitch. Like, yo, that vote was stolen.
Are you sure it was me doing It? I don't remember that conversation at all.
Yeah, because I think when Joe was here, like I listed.
Was it supposed to be me and Joe?
Yeah, it's supposed to be you and Joe.
Okay. Damn.
So I switched in August episode.
So you were going to go to Joe's and we were going to meet up there like we usually do. Okay.
And Joe and Chris and I were supposed to do Hell House LLC.
Oh, that's right.
But I switched that out for Sinners.
Okay.
So, it happens.
Okay.
Sorry, guys. I still want to do that episode. Krista terrifies me. That's why I want to do that episode.
Krista,
I'm scared of her. I'm legit scared. Like when we were at the 4th of July joint and we were all eating, like I was watching her eat like a burger with no bun. I was fascinated. It was like, oh my God.
Well, they're counting like calories and making
Joe
sure.
wasn't. Joe was getting it in. Joe was eating everything like in his way, but
Krista's like super fit.
I was watching her eat like that burger. I was like, yo.
She's not taking any carbs unless she wants to take any carbs.
You are a legit superhero.
Yeah.
Like, I want her to punch me in the face.
I thought you just said you were scared of that woman.
That's part of it. I told you I'm in therapy.
Dante needs to face his fears.
I told you I'm in therapy. We talk about weird shit in therapy.
She might do it.
I know she'd do it. It's just, but I'm scared to ask.
She should probably make you do it on her YouTube show.
Because I'm scared to ask because I think she might punch me. That's what I want. I don't know, Phil. I'm very confused. But yeah. Go check that podcast out. And last but not least, thank you. Big shout out to our guest here and good friend, Marilyn Phil.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah. All right, we got to go, y'all.
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Thank you, everybody. You know what it is. You guys keep listening. We're going to definitely keep making these shows. Bye.
They were with it. Now let me sing a song.